Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fortress Comic News, episode 433. I am one of your hosts, Chris, alongside my co-host here, Mike, and our special guest host, Mr. Travis Gibb.
Hey, Travis.
Welcome, gentlemen.
Well, am I a host if Mike is here? Like, you can't replace Mike when he's here.
A host.
That's just weird.
Yeah.
I could still be a
We're going with a
guest.
threesome
host.
this week.
Yeah.
Just,
Well, how many hosts? Who put the limit on hosts? Really, like 2 hosts? Is that it? Could there be 3 hosts? You know, is that a thing? I don't know.
think so. I think like if you do the political ones, right? There's like a liberal, there's a Republican, and then there's that guy in the middle, the wild card.
Yeah, the guy
who goes both ways.
the guy they put in to poke at both of them.
Well, like,
I hate abortions, but I also hate poor people.
So let's start there, guys.
so we all have significant others. If we host something, us and our significant other are hosting. What do Mormons do when you get to like the 5th? Like, are there 5 hosts?
Straight up opening with a Mormon joke. Wow.
I'm a big fan of golden underwear.
No, never.
So I've been to Salt Lake City. I've gone to the Mormon temple with Space Jesus. I've seen the whole thing. But the coolest thing was a friend of mine who was there was a realtor, and he took me to some of his realtor houses to show me houses that have extra kitchens for the second wife and all that stuff. And that is wild, just going to a house being like, why is there an extra kitchen next to this kitchen?
That's insane.
And like the square footage of like both of the master bedrooms are the same to not offend the other one. Like all these God things.
Wow. It's so funny. I was just talking with people how like Mormons are becoming mainstream and popular. You see it popping up in everything now, like with the reality show and stuff. And I'm like, I think the Mormon community is spending a lot of money to try to like normalize this and get people to move to Salt Lake. I think there's heavy money in it.
Well, what's funny is, so one of my bosses is Mormon, and I've also come to realize over the past like 5 or 6 years, because I didn't pay attention to these people at all. Did you know, Mike, that near where you used to live here too, near us is where the tablets were found allegedly? Yes. So this is like the area I live in. Yeah, is like a place where Mormons come for like a pilgrimage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the tablets are supposedly buried there, which they never found them, but they're there in Rochester somewhere. Rochester, New York, folks. So
I forget the exact town, but
get out there with a shovel.
Yeah.
They're supposedly made out of gold.
If based on what I know about Rochester, New York, if it was found, it was pawned and melted a long time ago. That shit is gone.
Yeah, that shit's at the
It was probably shot in a drive-by at some point. That's what really happened.
Yep.
Even God can't get that back. Like he's not.
It's at the bottom of the Genesee River. Is where it is. All right, so let's hop into it. Chris has been watching a lot of TV. I from what I see here, but so Twisted Metal, I still haven't caught up on that. Season 2 started this week.
Yeah, and I don't know, if you like season 1, it's more of that. My disappointment here is season 1 ends with, we're gonna do a tournament, guys, and Calypso shows up, and then season 2 starts with Calypso being like, guys, we're gonna do a tournament, and then they just go cross country again. And I'm like, what? I thought we were doing a tournament,
right?
But it's still fun. It still has that same like sense of humor, that same action.
Is Anthony Mackie in it still?
Yeah, he's still the main character.
Oh, shit, that's crazy.
And if you know anything about Twisted Metal, a character named Axel shows up.
Oh,
and if you don't know who this character is, look him up.
The giant wheels, yeah.
Because it's so goofy in live action. I love it.
Are we
it's a fun. I mean, it's a Peacock show. I don't know, but it's fun.
I think you're confused. The movie and show that like doesn't have a tournament is the last Mortal Kombat movie, right?
That
it ended with, "Hey, the tournament's gonna start," which is the whole point of Mortal Kombat. It's very confusing.
I know.
That's why. So I accepted that they made Twisted Metal into a post-apocalyptic thing, and what little story there was in those original games, like that took place in the real world, not in some post-apocalyptic version of the real world.
Right. It was like you were just shooting up Paris.
Yeah, they're just like, hey, it's LA, and let's have a bunch of cars with guns shooting at each other.
Blow up the Eiffel Tower.
With Fast and the Furious.
That's true, yeah.
And so I accepted that, but then they're like, we're going to tell this whole story. And I'm like, okay. And then it ends with, and then we meet Calypso where we're going to have a tournament to see who's the biggest and baddest. And it's like, we didn't do that in the first 3 episodes of the second season where you promised that.
Yeah, because they got to milk it for another season.
I know, but it's just frustrating. But at least I got Axel. Axel was funny.
Travis brought up the Mortal Kombat movie. I'm excited for the second one because they've kicked out the main character who was terrible at acting, and now they put in
Johnny
the
Cage?
actor. Yeah, Johnny Cage, but it's played by Judge Dredd. Bones from Star Trek. The Boys.
Yeah, I can't think of his name right
Yeah,
now.
what?
Carl
Urban.
Yeah.
Carl Urban, yes.
Yeah, Carl Urban, yeah. So he's the main character now. And we're finally getting a tournament. So it only took 1 movie. But yeah, I feel the pain of that.
Yeah, I'm excited for that movie too. But yeah, I mean, if you like season 1 to a smell 2, season 2, more of that. So
Cool.
it's fun, but it's about it.
Yeah. Eyes of Wakanda is out at 4 episodes. So give me the rundown. Is it everything you wanted?
Did you watch this, Travis?
I have not watched any TV. I watched movies and wrestling. That's about it.
Hell yeah.
If you want to talk about movies or wrestling, I'm in.
I would love to talk about wrestling. I saw Cody Rhodes was eating pizza in New York City. I don't know.
All right, I'll walk myself out now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eyes of Wakanda is a waste of everybody's time, and
okay.
you shouldn't do anything with it. They took the people who made Clone Wars and that style of like CG animation and made a show, and much like What If, except What If was good, they did an anthology series of different points in time where vibranium was stolen from Wakanda and somebody had to get it back. And then in the last episode, they're like, we're going to tie this all together by saying that because this version of vibranium was stolen, it ruined the whole timeline and Wakanda was destroyed. And it made no goddamn sense. Only one Black Panther showed up, and it was one you've never heard of because it's from the future that doesn't exist. Iron Fist shows up, but not the one you want, Mike.
Oh,
nope.
man.
One in the past.
No. Swordmaster one? Fuck that
And
guy.
they didn't even...
What are they doing?
It was one from China who... At least they mentioned the dragon in this version, but they didn't fix the actual Iron Fist. They still kept the stupid glowy thing from the TV show.
Come on. Why?
It's just it's going to have no effect on anything MCU-wise, everybody. Don't watch it. You can skip this. I suffered through it, so you didn't have to.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. I appreciate that. Man, why can't they just get Iron Fist right? It's the one character I want. Like, I'm missing Kung Fu in my life.
Dude, so I walked in the comic shop, and my comic retailer has been rewatching the old Netflix shows.
Yeah.
And he's at an Iron Fist. And we literally just sat there and just trashed. And he's like you, a giant Iron Fist fan.
I love Iron Fist, yeah.
And we just sat there and trashed that show for like 20 minutes because, goddamn, I haven't watched it since it came out, and it's worse than I remember.
It's real bad.
And that guy was a decent actor in Game of Thrones. I don't know
Yeah, he was.
happened. Like,
They gave him a trash script.
That show was rushed. It was not written properly. And they gave him no time to actually learn any moves.
Oh, that's right. The Kung Fu was so bad. I remember
Yeah.
well,
that
he
now.
admitted he didn't put the work in, too. Like, he admitted, like, he
Yeah,
didn't-
they were
he
literally
didn't
showing
try, and
him-
he wished he did.
They were literally showing him stuff like minutes before filming, being like, yeah, do this. And you can tell, because as I'm watching it, when he puts his hood up, that's when like the good Kung Fu shows up because they get a stunt actor because they hit his face.
Yeah, they hide him away.
But it's so obvious it's not him. That show's bad.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm even like in the comics, we don't have a good Iron Fist, but I'm like,
You're about to get the undead Iron Fist.
We got
Yeah.
Undead Iron Fist coming.
yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic about that one, but I think we need like a regular Iron Fist book because we have.
Yeah, but Iron Fist can't like keep a readership long enough for like a
Like they could do a
regular
mini
Iron Fist.
series, do a tournament, just do a tournament. That was the best. Immortal Iron Fist is the best run. It's just like a tournament run. That's all you need with Kung Fu. You got like 6 bad guys you got to fight through. have Iron Fist got to fight through him, and then call it a day.
I liked Gun Iron Fist.
Okay, yeah, Undead Iron Fist is
Which one?
going to be Danny Rand too. So there you go,
okay,
Mike.
cool.
The Gun Iron Fist. Remember the guy? He was great, except for that, like, because it was all
Yeah.
flashbacks, and then all of a sudden, like, he's an old man with guns still showing up.
Yeah,
on
then
the
he had
Iron
guns.
Fist.
I was like,
"Come
wait,
on,
what?
dude.
How
Come
did we
on,
get
Matt
here?
Fraction. Get your shit together."
How did we get here, dude? So, some movie news. Marvel Studios, we got about the fourth Spider-Man film. We got the first official look at the suit Tom Holland's going to be wearing in the film. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I feel like Travis is our official Spider-Man correspondent.
I mean, of course I saw it, but, like, it's not like a drastically amazing suit. Like, what the fuck's the point of showing that?
Yeah, it just
Like,
looks
he
like
walks
pajamas.
out with no face, which is the most important part of it.
Right, you want to see the... Yeah.
He's like, look, it looks like the Spider-Man comic that you've read.
Yeah, but it's the first time that it looks like the Spider-Man comic.
Yeah.
I guess.
I like the other ones, and I think they did homages to old Spider-Man stuff, but this actually looks like the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And I remember at the end of the last Spider-Man movie, when everybody forgot who Spider-Man was, and they show him going through the streets, I'm like, oh, it's the actual Spider-Man costume, like the classic one. They changed a little bit for this, but it's still, I think it looks decent enough.
Doesn't the symbol kind of look like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man to you? That's what I got from it. That, like, the thinner spider symbol.
I mean,
I've looked at them, like, side by side too, and I don't know. I always loved the Tobey Maguire suit in that movie.
I have no faith in that movie. Every time they make an announcement that should get me excited, I get less excited. They're like, Daredevil, okay. All right, I'm cool with that. Now Punisher. Okay, now Hulk. What are we doing? What is happening here?
It's a Spider-Man movie, right? Yeah.
Is this a sequel to the Captain America Hulk movie?
Oh God. Yeah, for real. Yeah, so I guess we'll wait and see more. They're just trying to get people excited about it, but we also got more info on who will be in the movie alongside Tom Holland and John Bernthal. Mark Ruffalo, Michael Mando are joining the cast. So we know Bruce Banner Hulk's coming. Michael Mando is returning for the first time since Spider-Man Homecoming, where he was the Scorpion in that film. So now we got the Scorpion added to the list. So,
well, and the theory is it's Mr. Negative, right? Like that's the theory is it's going to be Mr. Negative, and he's going to which is the plot for Brand New Day. That was who was introduced for Brand New Day. So all that would track. So I assume Hulk is there to fight Spidey, being Savage Hulk again, with Negative, and apparently, I guess, kick the shit out of Punisher and Daredevil at the same time as well.
Yes. Well, maybe they thought, like, oh, it's going to take place in New York City, so these guys will probably get pissed off.
Right.
They might show up at some point.
I would like to see Punisher, like, unloading massive amounts of rounds into the Hulk.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make a good Spider-Man movie.
Yeah. I'll really like that for 10 minutes, but then I'm going to be like, okay, what does this have to do with Spider-Man? That's true.
I'll be the voice of reason here. There hasn't been a bad Spider-Man MCU movie, so why would I think that this one's going to be bad? Like,
we just told you.
Even with all this addition.
Dude, it is like the multiverse. The third one is what, Beyond, or Spider-Man Far From Home, right? Yeah, this is the third one. I don't know how you top that with, like, the cameo appearances and stuff. Like, there's, like... To me, it's like, that was the best. I don't know.
But for me, it seems like Marvel is dysfunctional as it is right now. We obviously talked last week about how they're trying to, like, hone in on something after Secret Wars is done.
Right.
But they've been building up these casts of, on-the-floor heroes like Daredevil, like Spider-Man, like Moon Knight in the past, and it seems like Moon Knight's coming back too, and it seems like that's going to be a new section that they're going to create inside to try to hone in on something aside from just pushing out more and more Avengers movies. So
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. I know everybody's harping on the Mr. Negative thing because of the name of the movie, but as Marvel or MCU has proven many times, the name does not mean anything really.
Well, there was a symbol too. So the Mr. Negative symbol was on a wall at one of the shooting things. So whether or
It
not he's
wouldn't.
in this movie or they're building him for another movie, like there
Yeah, they
has
could
been
be building
evidence,
some.
visual
And it
evidence.
wouldn't shock me because Mr. Negative has been getting a glow up ever since that video game came out, and everybody loved that.
And
So
to be honest, he's not a bad character, right? Like with Spider-Man the way he is, with no supportive cast, letting him go dark for a little bit, with a touch, to let out the rage of all the things that happened from the last movie. I think there's story there, Though the last time we let Spider-Man rage, he did a little dance, so hopefully it'll be better than that.
Yeah, he did a little dance and put black on. So
Right.
yeah, we'll see.
we'll see. Scorpion was always kind of a goofy villain to me, though. That's my only thing. Is they'll make him cool, but yeah, you have to do a lot for me on that one.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, so I saw Fantastic Four First Steps this week. Have you seen it, Travis?
Finally,
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, so I didn't see it the weekend of because I had to go see Superman again, and then I went and saw Fantastic Four. But yeah, I mean, I really liked it. I think the difference between this and I love both this and Superman. The difference between this and Superman, I would be happy with this movie if it was like the only Fantastic Four movie we got. Like we now have an established Fantastic Four movie that's a good Fantastic Four movie that like represents them in the comics, and the scene with them like in the spaceship when Sue's giving birth. Oh, sorry, everybody! Spoilers. It's been I don't know. It's been over a week, but when Sue's giving birth in the spaceship, and like they're all doing the things, that felt like a Fantastic Four comic panel to me of like, Johnny, do this. And like Silver Surfer's like chasing them. I'm like, this is insane. Like that, they did it so well in that movie.
so I think the two things that people are harping on now, mind you, I said last week how much I love this, and it's really like almost on par with Superman. I might even like it more. But I think the two things people are harping on really like frustrate me because one is Sue saying like Johnny kill her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that none of you have children. That's why.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't care. Superman would
Yeah.
probably say the same thing.
Yeah.
And then the other one was the birth scene where they're like,
That was
a little
epic.
clean for a birth. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
but it's a movie, guys.
Yeah. I mean, the dude is stretching his arm 20 feet to steer a ship while it's all like, really? Come on.
Well,
It's one of us in this chat right now has children, so he could probably attest to more of what happens during a birth. But I've heard stories, and
Yes.
I know it's not as clean as that scene made it out to be.
Right.
yeah, it's closer to the Aliens Covenant with the abortion. Like it's a little closer than
Yeah, that's more the speed. Yeah.
it's more accurate.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
so I like Fantastic Four a lot. I like that they did not retread water like actively. Like,
Right.
hey, Reed normally gets the big speech. You don't get the big speech this time. We're going to give it to Johnny. We're going to give it to Sue.
Yeah, that was cool. I like that.
Everything's solved by Supernova and all the other movies.
Yep.
No, you're not going to Supernova Human Torch. We're going to do that.
Yeah.
I think Superman's the better movie. I think Superman may be the best comic book movie of all time, and I hate Superman. Like this, it's been recorded on this show many a time,
Yeah.
but it just felt like a comic. If you bought
It felt like
Superman any day of the week, that is what your Superman book would look like.
Mhm.
And it's the first comic since I think X-Men that kind of felt that. But X-Men still felt like an origin. X-Men,
Yeah.
you started with Wolverine, and then you did the whole thing, but the X-Men were already established. So I think it feels that the only problem I have with Fantastic Four, which is probably going to get me canceled, so I'm going to go, but I'll go through it anyways. That was such a perfect origin for Silver Surfer, and I wanted it to be my Silver Surfer, and I don't want to be that guy who's like, I don't hate female Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
I just know you're only going to do it right once, and you already did it to the one that is not real for me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I said last week that I felt that I was down for them doing something with Silver Surfer, but if you're going to change a character, do something unique for me or make a reason for it, and I don't feel like there was a good enough reason to do it in this.
Right.
Like just Johnny having a crush on her was not enough for me to be like, oh, that makes sense why.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't hate
Johnny
that
gonna bang.
Yeah, like
right.
I didn't hate her in this or anything. Like it didn't ruin the movie for me. But I'm with you. Like you should have just done Norton Rad, man.
Yeah, I thought her character was good. I thought the actress did a really good job.
Yeah,
like yeah.
And I will disagree with you on one thing. That's one of the reasons why I feel like this was really great too. Was this felt like a Fantastic Four comic book come to life?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you take the first like 30 minutes out of it, we don't really get an origin story. It just like throws you into the action, says, "Here, Galactus is coming. Let's have a fight."
Yeah. My two main differences are, I love both the movies, and I wanted a good Superman. I wanted a good Fantastic Four movie. Mm-hmm. I can put that Fantastic Four movie on a shelf and say, if another one never gets made, I'm okay. The Superman's one is like, I need more of this DC universe now. Whereas the Marvel one is like, oh, this is great, like old school sci-fi flick. We've got a lot of great Marvel movies, but this is Fantastic Four, where it's like Superman is like, I need more right now. I want it. I want every movie, every show. Like I need to consume it all. So while they're both great, it's like great in their own way that like Fantastic Four fans have been owed this for a while. Yeah. It's been a long time. So
I feel like with me, I left it thinking I can't wait to see how they mix these characters in with the event for the Avengers movie.
I was just So when we saw the Doctor Doom at the end, and then I had the this is gonna be Tony Stark Doctor Doom, right? So
it's Robert Downey Jr. Doctor Doom.
Yeah. So like either it's
Dr.
gonna
Doom
be
question mark per the credits. I'm just
right.
pointing that out in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Doom.
like,
I never thought it was Doom. I mean, I think it is a Doom, but I think there's something.
Yeah, and I guess that's my only worry is like, okay, well, if they make him look like Tony Stark and nobody says anything about it, it's going to be weird. But also, if it is Tony Stark, are we getting a Tony Stark origin Doctor Doom? Like, what is it going to be like a Superman like Red Sun situation where like Tony's not from the U.S. He was born in Latveria, right? Is that how you pronounce it? Latveria, yeah. And like that's how they do his origin. He's like the Iron Man of Latveria or something.
If Winter Soldier didn't kill his fucking parents, none of this would have happened. It's just that Winter Soldier's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I feel this is coming from the guy that said they should have just recast Black Panther. I feel like you don't even have to explain anything. Just this is Doctor Doom. Boom. Yeah. Just go into it. You don't need to explain shit.
I don't think they're going to do that.
It's Robert Downey Jr., but that's because we wanted a big name for our Doctor Doom. I don't think you really have to. They're going to, but I don't think you have to.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. But either way, like
I don't believe that any of these characters are precious, and that any of the actors attached to these characters are precious, and you can recast everybody.
Yeah, I mean, my only thing is like I don't believe we'll get these characters for a second Fantastic Four movie. That's the crazy part to me because all of them are pretty big actors, and to get them to come back for a second movie, I'll be more astonished about that if we get like another standalone movie with them because
they're usually signed up for 3 to 4 movies.
Yeah, Marvel doesn't. Marvel doesn't do contracts like that without getting them for a bit.
Because I did love everybody as their characters, and I think
I'll bet you there's at least one more.
Yeah,
Vanessa Kirby's going to get a divorce from her husband based on the way she's touching Pedro Pascal in interviews. So
I know, that's all you see everywhere is how they're just petting each other. I mean, you're in an interview next to Pedro. Come on, you got to pet him.
Yeah, I mean, not me, Mike, but I mean, if that's
he has that effect on people, dude. It is funny that's all the marketing I've seen everywhere. It's just like them all over each other. Did both of you watch Happy Gilmore 2 last week?
I did. But
I did. Did you watch it, Travis?
I watched the majority of it. I didn't finish it. Not because it was bad.
Okay.
I got bored halfway through. I just had kids running. I have kids, so they're just running around.
Yeah,
I can't pay attention to what's going on. Rob Snyder's going to probably show up soon and ruin the whole fucking thing. Let's just stop now before he shows up.
It was a lot of fun. I didn't expect I didn't expect to hit as heavy as a story as it did.
Right.
that was kind of crazy, with like the wife dying at the beginning and stuff. But it was really funny. I didn't get a lot of the golfers because I don't really know golfers and cameos, and I didn't really know like the younger influencer people cameos, but there was a lot of great cameos.
Yeah, apparently the caddy was like Bad Bunny.
Yeah. I did know that one because he's been acting a lot more and stuff.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know who this person is.
Yeah,
but I thought it was a no-name actor, to be honest. That's how a loop I am.
Like Travis Kelce shows up as the waiter.
Yeah, it's pretty fantastic. Watch Travis Kelce get eaten by a bear.
I think everybody wanted to see that.
Well, and as a wrestling fan, MJF is so good, and Becky Lynch was in there, and she's so good.
Yep, yeah, she was one of the golfers, right? The whatever they called them, evil golfers. Yeah,
the extreme golfers, as I called them.
Yeah, I thought it was really funny, and then I think it was kind of like neat to see Adam Sandler's daughters and wife in the movie. It's so funny because like when his daughters show up, you know exactly who they are. They look just like him. We're like, oh, that has to be his daughters.
They literally at the end of the movie, the one daughter goes, "You're just like my dad," and they just like, look into the camera.
Yeah, and they both like smile. It's like, okay. It's cool though. I really liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun, but I think if you don't have any attachment to those old movies, I don't see what you get out of this one. Which is exactly what it needed to be. Like, it's not a negative.
It's actually funny. I thought the same way. So, my partner didn't want to watch the first one with it. It's funny because she loves Adam Sandler movies, and we do this thing where it's like, you got to watch this Adam Sandler movie. She's like, well, they're all the same. And I'm like, yeah, but you laugh your ass off. It literally, like, that's the point. It's clean humor. Adam Sandler's hilarious. So I watched the first one and she didn't want to watch it. But then I started the second one and she starts laughing her ass off, like watching the first 10 minutes of the second one. And she's like, can we wait to watch this together? Just the second one? Because this is really funny. And I was like, this is what I told you. So we watched the whole thing and she laughed her ass off, never watching the first one. Oh, wow. So
I don't understand how that's possible. But
me either.
Good for her, I guess.
I like some of the jokes. I mean, there were really funny jokes that didn't deal with Happy Gilmore. One, when he went to his happy place. Yeah. And he found medium-sized shorts. That was one of the funniest jokes in the movie.
And then I'm down for anything that brings John Daly in. Like, John Daly's American Treasure. It should be taken care of at all points. Yep. But it was funny because my brother's a big golfer and likes like professional golfing.
Oh,
and,
that's cool. Yeah.
He was telling me about some of the only guy I knew from golfing was Rory McIlroy because he actually is like a big name.
Yep.
Everybody else, I'm like, these are real golfers, okay, and good for them because I thought they did a great job. It's a fun movie, go check it out.
Yeah, no, as for a Netflix movie and a sequel to like an iconic comedy, like there was a lot of things set up there where this could have failed, and it actually didn't.
For nostalgia bait, for a modern Adam Sandler movie, holy shit,
Yeah, I think it deserved a theatrical release. I know they don't really do that, but I think it was good enough. It was shot well enough. The cast was good enough.
Yeah, I think they could have had a lot of people go see it this weekend too, for sure.
Oh, and the Eminem cameo was phenomenal.
Oh yeah, the Eminem cameo was hilarious too. It's eaten by alligator.
I mean, I'm more of a Billy Madison fan still, but I'll watch Happy Gilmore.
Billy Madison for sure.
Billy Madison's
especially with Chris Farley. Come on.
Yeah. And that penguin, I still need revenge on that.
Yeah, the penguin. Oh my god!
You're with him, the penguin. I see.
That shit was so unhinged. Oh, I gotta rewatch it now, dude. We were quoting that movie last night here at the house. Oh, I love it.
We actually just recently watched The Waterboy too.
Oh, Waterboy's so good.
Yeah.
If I was to eat any part of the snake right now, what would you say? What would you say? I'd say it's the knee. All right. I guess now we're just gonna slide in the interview pretty easily because we got the guy here already, Mr. Travis Gibb.
Hello.
He's sticking with us for the long run.
He's the only man in comics brave enough to do the whole show.
Yeah, I know.
Am I the only one who was willing to do the whole show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're the only one who wants to
Cowards.
Cowards. Yeah, cowards, all of them.
Oh, you know why? Because most creators don't read fucking comic books. They'd be like, "Did you read this? No. Did you read this? No. Did you read this? No."
That is so true because you are one of the. and a busy creator that still has time for comic books.
I love comic. In fact, I have a Discord server, and there's a guy, you've had him on, Frank Martin, and I make fun of him because he doesn't buy comics anymore. For him, it's a storage issue, and he gets them from the library, and he was just like, I just read Berserker, and I really liked it. Great, congratulations, 2022 finally got to the library. Good for you. Like, what are we doing here?
You're a
Who's
few years
Paul
too late.
with Spider-Man? I don't understand who Paul and Mary Jane are. Can you explain it? No, I can't.
Dude, that was 3 years ago. Keep up. There's been 2 new Spider-Men since then.
Ben Reilly's a bad guy. Yeah, bro, he is.
Yep, he is. That's awesome.
There's also a shark that goes around now. It's weird. Like, things are happening.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the shark?
And came back the same issue. It's very complicated. Like,
how do you feel about the shark?
I love him in Rivals.
Okay.
I like that people like a character like. Unlike Deadpool, when people love Deadpool and Deadpool started ruining all my other fucking comics, Jeff just being a cute little shark doesn't bother me. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, he's not breaking the fourth wall and insulting my comic book reading, like when he appears in my Spider-Man while I'm trying to just read, him pine over Mary Jane.
And his fan base isn't unbearable, and his creator's actually a decent human being.
Right.
We could get a checklist going, guys. We're filling out the pros list.
I haven't had somebody else that hates Deadpool on the show, so we can go on for a little while.
Like, caught in between this. I mean, you guys could just bounce these back and forth. I don't hate
super
Deadpool.
pissed about Deadpool-Batman. Like, we only get these ones every century, and you're giving me fucking Deadpool. Fuck you. And I know it'll sell. That's the worst part. Like, it's gonna sell more than any other.
I'm gonna be part of the problem.
Yeah, I'm reading it too.
I also need to know what Grant Morrison's Deadpool is.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Really
like,
do.
it feels like Marvel phoned it in. We're going to give you Zeb Wells.
Yeah.
DC's like, we're going to give you Grant Morrison. Like, one of us is trying here.
Yeah. One of us is give the best writer we've had.
But then we got who's doing the art for the Marvel one? I forget already.
We got Capullo for
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu's doing the.
He's doing the Marvel one.
He's doing the Marvel one.
Yeah,
which is funny.
So he can draw Batman. It's very confusing.
Yeah. Well, Marvel's like.
Well, he's never done Batman before, so.
Frank Miller, Wolverine versus who's fighting? Wolverine is fighting somebody, and Frank Miller's doing the art. I'm super excited.
Yeah.
So
I saw the art.
That's a rumor I got. I haven't seen a confirmation on that, but the rumor is that because he did a variant cover with those two, and the rumor is that he's going to do Dark Knight versus Old Man Logan.
That'd be cool as long as I can see it coherently on the page.
Oh, stop it!
If he's doing the whole art,
stop it,
dude. I mean, the guy's getting old. I mean,
he is.
He's a great artist, but it's not up to where it used to be, guys. Come on.
Listen, was he better back in the day? Yes, but there are so many worse artists than Frank Miller out there right now.
Well, I'll have you know,
I will not stand for Frank Miller hate on my show.
I'm not hating on the guy. He's super talented, but he's getting kind of up there.
So this is 100%. I am not making a joke. This is 100%. I have peed next to 4 comic greats: Jim Starlin, Todd McFarlane, Frank Miller, and Mark Waid. I don't know how. I'm just, when I go to the bathroom, that's where they are.
Did you strike up a conversation during
No,
this?
but I really want to, but I'm just not like, hey.
Yeah, it's not the place,
he's
dude.
Really old, like, so someone has to guide him to the bathroom, and I'm like, is this guy gonna hold it? Like, I'm watching to see how it's going down.
Is he gonna like hold him by the shoulders and aim him? Like, what? I've had to do that for drunk friends in college, but I never thought about Frank Miller having it.
There was someone who did talk to Mark Waid while I was peeing next to him, and I thought that was awkward. I was like, come on, be classy. He's like, Mark Waid, I love your work. He's like, yeah. Bold right here.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, I wish they would bring someone else on to do the art for that. Like Miller could write it, but yeah, that's the rumor that he's doing the art. So
I could see him doing the covers because that's what he did last time for Master Race.
He's doing a variant cover for Marvel, and that's where that's where I think the rumors are stemming from. Is that it's Batman and Wolverine?
Yeah, I would. I mean, that aside, I would love a Old Man Logan versus a Dark Knight. That is like the ultimate nerd mashup.
But we're all going to be upset with the back part of that book, right? With all the things that we've seen that's coming, like it's just going to be disappointing. Like the Kevin Smith, Daredevil, and Green Arrow. That's going to be 3 pages. Like,
yeah, right. Yeah,
and that's gonna be the best part of the book.
Right.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, who did the?
I would love to see Kevin Smith doing Green Arrow again, but it's going to be like 2 pages, 3 pages.
Right, yeah, all those backups, these little, they're just going to be like, because there's no way to do that as a writer. Like, you have to have them fight. So there goes 2 pages, and the other 2 pages is whatever minor altercation plot that has to be resolved.
I'm walking here. Start fighting.
It just sucks that we couldn't do. It just sucks we couldn't do like a monthly crossover for next year. But they want to do so much because they want to do Amalgam again. That's the rumor, at least. And I still feel in my fucking bones that there's going to be a giant 4-issue series at the end of the year. Yeah. But yeah, just give Smith his own like issue. Give all these people their own issue. Just do one every month. But no.
Well, I got to ask you, Chris, because you've shared in the past that your comic store is very disgruntled a lot of time. Is he going all in? Does he know it? Like, my comic store is like, I'm ordering 1,200 copies. Like, we don't care. Like, it's going to sell. Like, even if it doesn't sell today, it'll sell for years to come. It's two most iconic people. And then he says in the retail groups, the retailers are like, I think I'll just buy other people's extras. I'm just going to get 25 and blah, blah, blah.
What the hell? Really? That's crazy.
He's not disgruntled in the way of like the Simpsons comic book man.
Okay.
Way. Like he is an older guy, so he's set in his ways. He knows he knows who's shopping in that store really well, and he's really good at that. So we were talking about it, and his only thing was, and he's a DC fan, so he's got to shit on Marvel whenever he can. And his only thing was like, fuck all the covers, man. And I'm like, yeah, DC's gonna do the same thing, but we won't talk about that because I don't want to argue.
Right.
And so yeah, he's going all in on it.
Well,
I think the only time me and him are really like, if you want to do more, you could, is like he won't do indie stuff, and if he thinks a book isn't good, he won't put it on the shelf. But for something like this, he sees the dollar signs.
Okay.
Like,
people are going to
trust me. He still has omnibuses in his back room because he's like, these are going to sell for a long time, so I'm going to keep them in stock.
Nice.
This is the first Marvel versus DC crossover that has variants, right?
Yeah. I don't think the other one.
I can't think of any in my thing that's ever had variants. I think there was a second print variant, but like not like massive quantity variants.
Yeah, with all these like chase variants, the 1 out of 50 retailer stuff, and which I think is only a Jai Lee cover, so I don't need to worry about that one.
That's the one I'm buying new.
Oh God. Talk about artists that I don't like. Jai Lee has his place, just not in my superhero comic.
Just not in any book that Mike wants to read.
None of my books that I'm reading, please.
I will allow him to continue to make comics. You're welcome, Jai Lee.
Yeah. I would allow it. Yeah, I'll be the comic book man.
I feel like, well, no, back in the day, there would be 2 covers, and it would be one published by DC, one published by Marvel, but it would be the same book.
No.
That the gimmick back in the day?
No, they did separate books. You'd get whatever book it was. There would be one and stuff. Like the 80s did that. Like there was only Teen Titans JLA, but when they started doing like the Punisher, Batman, like there was 2 books. There was a Punisher Batman, and there was a Batman Punisher.
No, I mean, yeah, but it's the name of the game these days. I mean, fuck. DC's putting out 100 different goddamn Batman #1 variants with stupid blind bags that don't make sense, and so. It's just
how does that like work? Like, yes, look, it's really cheap. It's the same cover. It's like $1 extra for a blind bag. Battle Beast is doing really well. Follow the model. Oh, I get it. I see the dollar signs. It's $10. No, you didn't llisten.
No, you didn't listen. No, it's $10 because people want to collect it now. Yeah,
it's. The thing they didn't learn about Battle Beast is that the Battle Beast one was the same price as just buying the book.
Right.
Travis, I think you're so let's bring this all back to your Kickstarter, but have you ever looked at doing a blind bag for any of your projects?
Yeah, when do we get the
Can you-
blind bag Cthulhu Invades?
Yeah, can we get a
Believe it
blind
or
bag
not,
hardcover? Because I would pay for that.
Actually did a blind bag. So on the first one, because I was worried it wouldn't fund,
Uh-huh.
I asked every creator in the book if they could send me like 10 copies of their book for free to donate. And I did blind bags. It was called Bloody Bird
Dude,
Roses.
that's
I
awesome.
actually did. And it was
That's
5, you'd get 5 indie comics that I threw in there of stuff. I absolutely did that on the first one.
That's amazing. So, okay, you already did it. I was going to say, if this, the king of Kickstarter's done it already, I'm sure. Okay.
Pat Chan's here?
Yeah, Pat Shan? Where's Pat Shan?
No, I only bring Pat Shan on when I want a video to get demonetized.
Okay.
Yeah, true. We have to X-rate it. Dude, I don't think you need our help. I mean, you have over a week to go on Cthulhu Invades Fairy Tales, Grim Fates, which is awesome. I mean, you have such a big fan base now, but like, you know, give it to us straight. Why is it important for people to back, even though it's funded? And what are we getting in this second installment in the Fairy Tales?
Well, first off, it's not even too profitable yet. That's 2,300, but that's inside baseball.
Okay, awesome. There we go. Yep.
That's inside. I can make it with this, but people would be very unhappy. Mostly creators who I owe money to.
Yep.
But no, it's a lot of more of the same, which kind of sounds boring, but it's fairy tales is such a big genre, so we wanted to make sure we got all the fairy tales involved. So the first one we could only have room for so many. This is the rest. This is Three Little Pigs, Jack and the Beanstalk, Sleeping Beauty. What's the big one? Beauty and the Beast. A lot of those other characters that you love. Midas is Golden Touch. Lots of really good things in there. Baba Black Sheep. It's trying to get more of that stuff and new creators. What's interesting about this one is this is the first one that I don't have like huge names on it, which I did on purpose. I wanted to see how it would do. Like not huge names in the Kickstarter market,
right?
Sure. Not huge names in general. I mean, we'd have some great names in there, but we're trying to build this brand to see I want to see what it does on its own. And it's been doing well. Like I said, I'm not unhappy with it at all. I think we have some of the best covers we've ever had in this particular one, which is great. I think we have some of the great stories. We've got some really cool up and coming people. I don't know if you know Matt Harding. He did a Batman one shot before. He's done some really cool stuff. We got Adam Barnhart, who was starting to do some waves at Scout with Shit Show, and then we just get a lot of good connections of people and a lot of it's a good book. Just buy it. Shut up. Everyone's bought it before. Like, it's good. We're at volume 5. Like, they keep selling.
Yep.
It's the only thing Mike backs of mine. So, I mean, if that doesn't tell you anything.
I always got to get the hardcovers for Cthulhu.
So if you like Godzilla, you'll like Cthulhu Invades Fairy Tales.
Hell yeah. Which is like, to be honest, I could really give a crap about like Oz or fairy tales, but putting Cthulhu in there really makes sense. And I know you said you're not a DC fan, and I mean, I don't know if you've heard about what they're doing in JSA right now, but the JSA run basically involves like the Elder Gods coming and yeah, and like that's who the villains are trying to summon. So it's like the JSA has to fight them, which it's like Cthulhu invades the JSA. Like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Is Jeff John still writing it or no?
No, Jeff Lemire has been doing the last. But anyways, yeah, these covers you have are amazing. So you're gonna have a hardcover again available.
Yeah, there's a hardcover there. It's the Jack and the Beanstalk cover. It's very very cool.
It's really good.
We're like I said, we always do a really good job. This one actually, another good incentive for this one has 2 more stories than the last one. So,
okay.
I was planning 3 books, and then we started developing 3, and I shut it down early. But 2 people finished their story, and I didn't want them to wait until next year for their stories to come in, so I just threw them in this one. So it's 22 stories instead of 20. So you get 2 extra stories than from before. So a little bit same price, but a little bit more page count.
So can you give us a little like rundown as the story you're writing? Any of this? Like a couple of stories you want to touch on?
Yeah. So some of the stories that are really, really good is we've got the Midas story, and the Midas story ties into the Rats on the Wall story. which is super interesting. So it's kind of like a crossover between the two. If you're a
Oh,
Cthulhu
cool.
Mythos fan. We've got a couple. We've got King in Yellowback. I'm not going to tell you what story, but we've got King in Yellowback, which I always love. The Frog Prince is a lot of fun. It's a story of someone who's been corrupted by Cthulhu, and basically this frog has been trying to kiss the princess for 4 years. She won't do it. All of a sudden, she wants to kiss him, and the frog is like, "Wait, what's going on here?" I can't remember the name, but I think it's called A Star's Fall, the H.P. Lovecraft story. That's our Sleeping Beauty crossover. So a lot of people are really taking like the Lovecraft mythos this time and adding it deep into it. My story is Baba Black Sheep, so I do the very cultish Baba Black Sheep story.
Okay.
And then we've got, if you guys have been Kickstarter fans for a long time, I have the return of an artist who's fucking fantastic. Are you guys Metal Shark Bro fans?
Oh, hell yeah. I love that book.
Walter Osley has come out of retirement to do this book.
Wow.
So
that's an amazing book.
He is back. He has not done a comic in about 3 years. I'll apologize, Walter, if this offends people. He jumped on the NFT train and was making money with NFTs.
Good for him.
For comics. Guess what? That train's not doing so well.
The train's not so hot. You might want to get off. If you're on, get off.
Yeah, quick. If you're still on it.
If you're still on it and you haven't, just jump.
Hopefully you're listening to this to get comic investment news to get off of the NFT.
Yeah, to get off the NFT.
Buy those Batman's, kids. Those Batman journals.
Batman number ones.
Yeah. Buy all 25 covers.
What I think everybody really wants to know about Travis is what's up with the Gingerbread Man and his gumdrop buttons?
It is a comedy. I'll tell you that. It is one of the comedy things, and it is hilarious. It's like a cooking show almost, which is super wild. We also have a mech, a wood mech in this.
I see the mouse's brother.
The mouse in it. There's a lot of wild stuff in this particular book. We go kind of crazy. And then some of the visuals of people you've never heard of, like Daniel Torres, his name, Rama, does some of the craziest, like, heavy metal shit you've ever seen. And if you don't know, in the first fairy tales, we had some female nudity for the first time. In volume 2, we're given to the ladies. We've got full frontal men. You got to see
hanging dong.
So
hanging dong. That's what you got to put up. Put the sticker on the hardcover.
Yeah, why isn't that like right in the? This thing would be at $1 million right now if you put that.
You need to consult Pat Shand. You're not doing this right.
I do.
Did Richard Fairgray draw that one?
Yeah. He did not. I think he'll probably message me and let me know that he is not happy with my decision to have dongs about him. But
that's so funny.
But he does not. Regardless of what you may tell you, he's not the only one who gets to draw dongs in comics.
That's just not true.
What?
I like you do this in a lot of your campaigns, but and I know a lot of people do it, but you do the milestone rewards where for every 50 backers, people get a free comic, free digital comic, everybody, and you're already up to 7 free digital comics if you back today, and that number will only grow. My question for you is: do you actually have comics all the way up to 1,000 backers?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I only ever put one. There's technically 2 there, but No Contest isn't technically owned by me. So there's technically 2 me, but like no more will be Orange Cone. So it'll be all new people and all stuff to pack. Yeah. And I never repeat. Like if you've got the other Cthulhu's, like you will not get the same book you got on early Cthulhu. So
a lot of the previews you put on here with the with each of the individual stories look so awesome, and even some of them, like there's some of the stories where I don't even know the elves and the shoemaker, like don't know that one, but it also looks like crazy body horror. Just so it is crazy.
And so that's Matt Harding. So he drew Batman. Mm-hmm. So I was like, "Hey Matt, you want to do a story?" He's like, "Absolutely." He sent me a script, and I was like, "I was thinking you'd more draw." Nah, I'm gonna write. And then I read a script, and I was like, "Oh, you're one of those. You're one who can do both very well."
Yeah, that's
F
awesome.
you. That's
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now I see why you want to send a script. I get it. That's awesome.
You don't
Like
need
the
any of us. I see. That's
and
fine.
and even the art by Ramaram and Doomed Rider. That one, I don't even know that story, but that just looks so epic. Like,
Yeah, if you look at so we have a preview that if you read the first 4 stories, that story's in there. That's the one with the full frontal nudity. It is wild. It is wild.
okay. Chris is like, I'm clicking now.
I'm clicking now. Let's go.
Now, yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I gotta see this.
Gotta see.
So you said, I remember you were talking, this was going to be a trilogy, and you said just a little while ago that you put the kibosh on that. Do you have plans for another Cthulhu Invades?
Yeah, no, it was a temporary kibosh. It was the tariffs really messed things up. Like I paid for the last kick. I'm about. It cost me an extra like $3,500 to print this, and it was already there. I couldn't do anything about it. Like I had to pay the tariffs, which put my company like $3,500 in debt. You know,
yeah,
that's a lot of money to creatively eat. So because of that, I paused everything. Since then, books have become. It's weird. They're not exempt, but they don't have as massive of a tariff as everything else in China. I think chairs is 35% right now. Books are like 10. So there's a small tariff, but not a big because it's books. And because I have the word fairy tales, it's educational. Believe it or not.
Makes sense.
So you get your trades from overseas? Because I thought you were printing in Florida.
Only the trades. Yeah, all the softcover stuff. All the other stuff I can't. And just to give you an idea, like a trade will cost me like $5 to $7 in China. In America, it's 12 to 15. I mean, that's a huge gap. It's not like it's not like paying extra $2. It's paying extra like 6 or 7. Like
twice the price is insane.
Yeah, so it's. I would love to print in America, and again, this is why. I never want to be on Trump's side, but this is why he made the tariffs. Like the goal is, hey, can we get things in America? Because if there's more competition in America, things will get cheaper, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The problem is we've cut down, because I talked to the printer about it, we've stopped. There's only like 3 or 4 mills that produce paper in the United States. We've shut most of them down because of all other regulations and stuff like that. So you can't just magically get these other mills to open up overnight. It just doesn't work that way.
Yeah. And
I found the page, by the way, and it's hilarious. So
that's pretty awesome.
Big lollipop and big schlong all on the same page. Nice.
That's amazing. If that doesn't sell anybody to buy the book, I mean, come on.
I don't sell you guys. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Are you? Because I got to back that one of the awesome bookmarks last time. The Big Ben metal bookmark. What do you got going on this time?
You back the old ones, so these are the new ones. I know. I know you don't do visual. I know sometimes do, but these are the new ones. They're very, very cool.
Oh shit! Okay.
So I'll show you your Big Ben in a second, just so you can understand the difference. Like this is.
Yep. Oh, nice.
That's. And these are that. So they're metal. I know it doesn't look metal, but I promise you they're metal. But they have this really cool feel to them.
That's awesome.
The old ones were like this.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
In fact, that's Big Ben right there. So, but you can tell clearly that it's metal because it's green, et cetera.
Yep.
So we're doing it differently, but I think they come out really, really nice. The negative is you can't tell they're like metal from across the room. You have to just like trust me.
Yeah, you got to touch it to see that. Awesome, though. Those are a really cool add-on. I think the art's really cool for those.
Yeah, we've got.
Is that the only major add-on you're doing for this one?
So that's an add-on. That's very cool. We have what's kind of things? We have some metal, some other all the old metal stuff. We have a couple exclusive covers. We have like a Beauty and the Beast cover that's an add-on.
Yeah, that one's really
just
cool.
Little things like that. You know, we have such a big like back catalog of stuff, so I don't go too crazy on the stuff. But I'll be releasing more things in the next couple of weeks. That'll be add-ons and things like that. So expect some cool things. And then also on the Cthulhu front, unrelated to this, if you guys missed the announcement, I just announced that we're going into a reprint for Cthulhu Invades Oz. So this is the last chance to get the original run of Oz. We are doing a second edition, adding more pages. But if you're a collector and you want this is the last time you're going to be able to get that. I'm sick of reprinting them. So we have to do a second edition. So I'll add new stories and new elements to that one.
If you're a fan of the show, that run has our quote on the back of it too, everybody. So
it does. Yes, it does. So a double reason to buy it. Are you doing another hardcover, a different hardcover cover?
Yeah, there'll be a different hardcover. There'll be a different the front
Damn
cover.
you.
Yep, absolutely.
You son of a gun.
Yeah, and it'll have. There's some missing Oz characters that are pretty good, like Hungry Tiger's not in there, Patchwork Girl, Gnome King, if you like Return to Oz, the Queen of the Field Mice, which you probably don't know, but anybody who reads the book was really mad I didn't include that's for people who read Oz. They don't get mad that I don't have the extra stuff, but the Queen of the Field Mice, here's what the Queen of the Field Mice does in the book. She comes up, it scares the lion. So the lion's scared because a mouse, I think that's even in the movie where a mouse scares the lion. Yeah. Well, that mouse is what guides them through the poppy fields so they can get through and don't get like crazy, messed up.
Okay.
So that everything revolves around this field mouse. So that character is in there. You're welcome.
Like, okay, fine, I get it.
Right. There's a character called Woozy who's like Gumby. It's like a block horse. And then there's a dragon named Quizzy. So a metal effing dragon.
Hell yeah.
Fight Cthulhu. So that's going to be fun. So
that's awesome.
There's some cool stuff in the second edition. And we're going to be doing that.
When can we expect
Are you going to do anything special for that second edition? Like any kind of campaign? Or
yeah, it's going to be in November. So it's going to be the second campaign this year. It'll be a second edition. It's going to be a short campaign, though, because I'm not going to try to raise regular Cthulhu money. It'll be a shorter, like 2-week campaign. And it's going to be done, like, ready to go, like, pretty much when we're live. Because we're only adding issues. We're adding about 30 to 35 pages worth of content. So
awesome.
Which I think will bring it to the 200-page mark, which is good, too. And the other thing we're doing, too, is the Dorothy story at the beginning was drawn by Emily Rosette, and she was 14 years old when she drew that. She's now 20 because it's been...
Wow.
It's
been that long.
So she's going to redraw it in her style now, and we're going to show that from before and after.
That's really cool. Yeah. It's been awesome to see her art evolve since the first project too, because we've had her on the show a couple times, and it's just like crazy to see like the leaps and bounds since then. That's really cool, man. Yep.
I think a great way to wrap it up before we get into comic news is you have another Kickstarter up that's it's not up yet. It's for future launch called Bubblegum Razor.
Yeah.
You want to pitch that real quick to everybody? Try to get some follows on that one.
Yeah, I know. So Bubblegum Razor is our next campaign right after Cthulhu. So it'll be our August-September campaign. So it'll be either at the end of this month, early September. And what that's about, it's about a podcaster who is he does one of those murder podcasters. I don't know if but I listen to a lot of them randomly on like YouTube, and I listen to like just a random story of like a murder and craziness. So this guy stumbled onto one in Florida that he believes are all connected because there was both a piece of bubble gum and a razor on all of the scenes that he believes connects them all together, even though no one else has seen this connection. And he may have awoken the killer who did all this, and now he's after him. So that's what it's about. It's very interesting because the first part of the book is told as the podcast, and the second is the story as it evolves, and it's a lot of fun. And yes, Chris asked us, yes, there is an actual podcast that is a reward that you'll be able to hear the podcast that the guy does.
I wasn't even asked to be on it either. It's I can't believe. That's how it is. No?
Yep. It's all right.
It's true. You've let me on your podcast. I didn't let you on my fake murder podcast. I apologize. But yeah, it's going to be a fun book. Also, for those who didn't get the Federalist, because we've sold all our copies, that'll be the direct release for the Ashcan for the Federalist. Not anything new, so if you already got it. But those ones were all hand numbered. This one's up.
Awesome.
Yeah, when's that book coming out?
As soon as he finishes friggin' drawing it, He's a pain in the ass. He's like, I want to do this bubblegum razor thing. All right, fine. Draw Federalist. I literally, Chris, that was a conversation. He was like, I hope this Kickstarter does really well because he got like 4 more ideas. I was like, why don't you draw Federalist before you tell me about 4 more ideas? He's like, all right.
Oh man, that's so funny. Yeah, finish that first. Awesome, dude. I'm excited for the second part of Fairy Tales. Got to get my hardcover like I always do.
Yeah.
Put them on. You have a section of the bookshelf. I'll throw out some other old trades. I don't need this crap. I think I got like, I don't know.
Well, you get the occasional holiday spirits too, right?
Yes, I got the whole. Yeah, I got to read this. That's in my read pile right here. My volume 3.
Okay.
It's in my read. So you're in. I think I have books. You're in both my read piles right now. So there you go.
Nice.
The one here, the one the other room. There you go, Travis. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of that. Any news on the next stuff coming for that?
So I don't know. You may have missed it. It's still on late pledges, but we just did Christmas in July. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, the mini. Yes, the mini. Yeah, okay. I forgot about that. Yep.
So if you missed that's still available for late pledges, so you can get that. So that's going into print. We actually just got the last page of art, so that's going to go to print very soon. Awesome. We did a Canada Day special because Jerome lives in Canada. And it's all Canadian art teams, writer, letter, colorist. The whole thing is all Canada, which is really cool. And then we just got the finished art for our November. Spoiler is going to be Turkey Day, so we're going to have Thanksgiving holiday spirits.
Oh, nice! That's awesome.
But
I love that.
The other holiday spirits announcement that you may not have known is I've literally got the people, anyone who I know who I think is on my level. This is not like a quality thing. It's more of like has put out as many books as me. I've asked them to be part of this very special holiday spirits book that's going to come out in December. That's Holiday Spirits Monsters, and it's all the monsters that you love and how they celebrate Christmas.
I love that. So,
well, some of them are Jewish, so they may celebrate Hanukkah. But
okay, that's fine. However they celebrate, it's fine.
No judgment. So I just had this vision one night of Frankenstein with a cup of coffee, looking out like a storm with like a dead body hanging.
That's all I want.
Looking out the window, like drinking his coffee.
Hell yeah!
And I was like, this needs to be done. So yeah, I've got a lot of very high level talent in that of creators who've done stuff for Mad Cave and back when Source Point was a thing and Scout when they were a thing. So all these creators who've done little stuff, maybe like one little small like Venomverse Marvel, but like high level indie guys are in it.
Cool.
So it's very top tier talent. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Can't wait for that.
Like, did you ever watch Thanksgiving?
Yes. Is that
the greatest horror movie ever made?
Was it? That was the recent one that came out,
so
right?
Boston.
Yeah.
They made a second one, I believe, but yeah, that's the one where the turkey literally rips the face off the man, and he sits down with his family, and nobody realizes that's not the father the whole time. Even though it's literally a turkey wearing a human face.
No, I thought you were talking about
cinema.
I thought Seth MacFarlane or somebody did like a Thanksgiving slasher where it was a pilgrim going around killing people.
There's probably that too.
No, so he's calling Thanksgiving. There's Thanksgiving, literally called Thanksgiving.
Just Thanksgiving,
it's a horror movie set in Boston with all the stereotypical Boston bullshit while doing it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that one's really good.
No, he's wicked retarded. He's coming at me with a knife. I don't know what he's doing.
I love that movie so
and like making fun of dunks and the whole thing. Like it's very, very good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was awesome. But I gotta watch this other one.
Yeah, the tagline for this, Mike, if I didn't sell you already, is gobble gobble, motherfucker.
Oh my god. I don't need any other description. That's it. That's amazing. All right, that's going on the list. Oh man. That's awesome. All right, so what do you guys think? We're going to jump into the news now. Travis, any last words on your project?
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, check it out. We've got 12 days to go. Let us know.
Okay.
Yeah, stuff in the show notes. You all know this by now.
Yep. All right. Paul Levitz announced his next book will be titled Marvel Explodes. The nonfiction book will explore Marvel during the years of 1967 to 1975, where Marvel changed from a small publisher into a cultural phenomenon. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. I think that insight into the comics realm is always really cool. I don't know what you guys think, but
I like this post comics career for Paul Levitz, where he's like, I'm a comics historian now.
yeah,
It's very interesting. But he doesn't do audiobooks, so his books don't really exist.
that's true. Yeah, if there's no audio,
And really, Mark Wade should be doing that. Like, if you've ever listened to Mark Wade like talk,
what he's doing with DC right now.
That'll be Mark after he's like, I'm done. I've already perfected everything at Marvel and DC.
Yep.
Mark will tell you why the inker wasn't back, like why there was a gap in between in 1989 Thor, of why the inker wasn't in issue 242.
Yep, he knows.
Yeah. If there's an audiobook version of this, I'll read it, but I'm so strapped for time that the only way I read actual books anymore is, like you, Mike, audiobooks.
Yep,
that's it.
That's the way.
But it exists if you want to read it, everybody.
We got a new series from Marvel. Marvel Knights: The World to Come is getting a Punisher spinoff from writer Jim and Palmiotti and artist Dan Panoisian. The world to come expands. One of the other pillars of Marvel Knights enters the fray with the Punisher. Experience one of the most savage comics ever. How Frank goes from killer of killers to the man readers will soon meet in the world to come. What do we think about that?
You want me to tell the truth, or do you want me to lie?
I want to hear your truth.
Jimmy Palmiotti, if you hear this, I love you. I think you're a great writer. Jimmy Palmiotti, you've written the same Punisher story every time you write Punisher. Every time. It's always the same.
To be fair, outside of Matt Fraction, who perfected the Punisher with Frankencastle, everybody writes the same Punisher. That being said, I've said on the show a million times, but Marvel Knights is one of those seminal moments in comics for me in my reading career. So whenever they do something with those creators and put that banner on it, I'm there for it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll at least check this out, even if Punisher is not a character I normally jump into.
Yeah.
My only thing here is now we've established we can do what happened to all these characters in the future, right? And we all know damn well that, and we get the creative teams from back then to do it. I will be surprised if they do a Daredevil one. And I'll be even more surprised if they get Kevin Smith to do it. That'd be my only thing.
First off, anybody in the world can write Daredevil better than... I'm never going to get hired at Marvel after this fucking podcast. No one in the world can write as bad of a Daredevil book than right now.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
And I think it's canceled. I think someone told me that it's canceled. There's no solicitation after.
Oh, damn, really?
I didn't see what next month's solicitations are yet, but yeah, it's been rough. Especially coming off one of the better Punisher runs in a while with Chip. So
right. People didn't like Shadowland, but that was because it was extra, right? It was extra. It wasn't because it was bad. It was just it's a little too much. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
but I think Punisher, we'll do it.
Yeah. I mean, Punisher's Punisher, right? But this next one's kind of interesting. They announced a new series, The End 2099, from Steve Orlando and artist Abraham Robertson. The Marvel world of tomorrow faces its last days, an era-defining tale. The ashes of the Age of Heroes, a new generation of vigilantes like Spider-Man 2099, Nova 2099, and Red Hulk 2099 emerge in the dystopia that followed to forge a bright new future, the future that has come to end the face of Abyssus, a horrifying fusion of null infected Galactus. That sounds pretty dope for a 2099 comic. Is this do we need an event though for this 29? Do we get enough 2099 books to do an event like this? I mean, you guys are the Marvel people, but
I wouldn't call this an event.
It's every 2099 is an event.
Is an event, pretty much, yeah, because it's
yeah. They don't do this is Spider-Man 2099. I mean, they did back when Dan Slott was writing Spider-Man, but it's been a long time since. And that Spider-Man 2099 was in 616, so didn't even count.
But so how do we? So I mean, it's not going to be the actual end of 2099. Right?
Well, Marvel has this series of books called The End, where they tell the final story of this character. It's never actually the final story because you can never do that. So yeah, that's what they're doing here. Steve Orlando's been doing a bunch of 2099 books. I've jumped in and out to see if any of them are good, and none of the ones I read are. So
no.
I doubt this one will be. And I'm gonna plead ignorance. Maybe you can help me here, Travis. But there's a Spider-Man 3099.
Yeah, so no, it's going to reveal the 3099 Spider-Man. I think they're trying to just move the future because 2099 is coming closer than we think. Like
Yeah.
we're halfway there. We're a quarter of the way there.
They got to push it out further. Yeah,
try to push it out further with this. Steve Orlando's done a great job. Like Steve Orlando, I give him a lot of credit because what he did was fixed a lot of the continuity problems. Because I don't know if there was a time when they had Kirkman and all these people kind of revamped 2099. Mm-hmm. Like Kirkman did, I don't remember who did. He did somebody. Punisher, maybe? No, Daredevil. He did Daredevil. So they tried to revamp it. So the continuity got really screwed. Steve Orlando kind of fixed it. And then they're kind of building toward this. They just randomly took a break from him, which Peter David's last work is a 2099 book. And it was really good. It was Spider-Man versus Venom 2099. I remember reading it going, motherfucker's on his deathbed and can write better than me. I think I said that on this podcast. I was like, damn it.
Damn.
But I think that it's a lie. Here's why. Not because of I don't even think it's tied to the end stuff like he's talking about. It's the minute the new movie comes out for Spider-Verse, 2099 is still the main character. Like, so.
Right.
Yeah, and if you followed along with what they're doing 2099, they're just going through all the old event books and being like, let's do a 2099 version of it, and doing it poorly because it's Steve Orlando. So I just don't expect much out of this. And I won't be picking it up.
You and I have very different opinions of Steve Orlando, but okay.
I don't like Steve Orlando's work. I think he's a very subpar writer, but I think he's ruined 2099 personally. Like, I like the old 2099 stuff. I don't think anybody's done it right since. To be fair, I haven't read, and I just looked up, Kirkman did a bunch of one-shots. So he did Black Panther, Daredevil, Inhumans, Mutants, Punisher, and Marvel Knights 2099. I don't think much of anybody's done good with 2099 since the original. But,
no, I could even agree with that, but Steve Orlando at least made it make sense and like put it back to like so you could tell stories in that universe because they had gone astray with Kirkman. I mean, and trust me, at the time, like trust in Kirkman, like I totally get it. It's
right.
Just, sometimes you miss, or sometimes you're working on Walking Dead and Invincible. You don't care about Marvel anymore.
You don't care anymore.
And you're
that's the right decision.
You get that Walking Dead money.
Donny Cates, I'm a big fan of Donny Cates. He fucked up Marvel Knights a few years ago. If you guys don't remember,
yeah,
right.
Yeah, one of my favorite writers for a while there, and I'll agree with you.
Yeah, it wasn't anything special. So I think these things ebb and flow. So I think it's to get the 3099 character, but again,
that makes more sense to get it
not
out
going
there.
Anywhere because of
the
movie coming. So.
Right.
They're just going to push 2099 to an alternate universe and say like, no longer a thing.
Yeah.
Or it exists over here.
Oh, it already is.
And we'll call it like Earth 2099.
Yeah, they already separated that. They had a whole storyline of how it's separated from the 616. It was literally had to be explained to me in the wiki after I read it, like because it didn't make sense in the book.
I just wish they would. If this is him making it so they can do stories again, cool. Then can I get somebody else telling a 2099 story, please?
Yeah, I think he's written more than anybody else now.
Yeah, and he if you couldn't get me on Conquest 2099 or Annihilation 2099, that just should tell you everything because I'm a huge fan of both those series. So,
but Wolverine is Nova, Chris. Wolverine is Nova.
And Travis, the big bad in both those story arcs was Dracula.
Correct.
And you still didn't like it. That's
crazy.
I
still didn't like it. So
wow. That's crazy. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So.
All right, this next thing is pretty awesome. I'll probably end up picking up a couple of these because I think they're hilarious. They announced Marvel announced cover variants for September will be Halloween mask variants from artist James Kerrigan. They're inspired by 1970s Ben Cooper masks. These are awesome. I love this retro style art. I think they're hilarious. The Daredevil one in the yellow costume is amazing.
Dude, I'm getting the Daredevil and the Captain America one just to have.
For sure. The Thing, I love the Thing one. I love the Doctor Doom one. I don't know, they're a lot of them are pretty good. Even the Deadpool Wolverine is pretty awesome. But,
yeah, I think they're fun and goofy. Like I even like the one Road Under Doom.
Yeah, I like it when comics do fun stuff like this. Do more shit like this.
I feel like Travis will get like 5 of the X-Men Age of Apocalypse one.
I'll get a couple of them for funds, but again, it's what I like about these is it doesn't feel like you need them all. Like if it's like a Scotty Young or like a you don't need them all. Like you could just get the character that you like and it's okay. I mean, it's better than this comes out on a Wednesday cover, which was just it saying it comes out on a Wednesday and it was white.
Yeah,
right.
And what's cool about it is it could fit. It works as like a wall piece too, where like you could get an extra copy of a book that you're getting, like let's say One World Under Doom, because you like Doom, and you don't. Yeah, like you said, you don't feel like you have to get the whole set. You can just be like, I like this character.
It is really genius because the comic collectors are going to buy one. They're going to bring it home. Their kids are going to see it, that it has dotted lines on it. They're going to ask to have a mask made, and then you got to go back and buy a second issue that's not missing the cover.
No, those kids. I mean, I don't condone beating children, but
it's a collectible. You can't touch that.
They're going to be great dollar box ones, later.
Yeah,
like, I'm going to get the mask. Yeah,
I'm going to get the mask. Oh man,
and they'll be great for like I know some retailers give out comics and stuff for Halloween.
Right. Yeah, that'd be cool.
This would be a good thing to like hand out.
Yeah. We got a little more information about the Deadpool-Batman crossover. For the first time, they released some interior pages to look at. Once again, they showed off more variant covers from artists J. Scott Campbell, Pepe Larraz, and Esad Ribic. Yeah, I mean, I think like showing interior art and stuff, there's no doubt that people are going to buy it. I mean, the interior art is fantastic, though. The stuff they did show. I mean, Capullo doing Deadpool in Wayne Manor. And then like getting to see Crypto and the Adam Kubert art for Daredevil and Green Arrow, insane. That art is just amazing.
I'm so excited for that. Like Travis said, it's gonna be 3 pages, but it's gonna be 3 pages of fucking bliss.
Yeah.
I think Esad Ribic has my favorite cover, as Esad Ribic tends to do with everything. I think it's hilarious that J. Scott Campbell's is 2 characters who have yet to be announced for anything.
Yeah. That is true.
The same with Pepe's.
Well, I think the one thing too that I think we're going to really like is it's been a long time since we've been to a comic store where it's a whole shelf, right? Whole shelf of variant covers. That day, it's going to take a whole shelf to post all the variant covers. So I think that's cool. Like I don't like the variant cover game, but when it's big and like you need to pay attention, it looks cool. It feels cool. It feels like you're part of something bigger, right?
Right. Yeah.
I'm not a huge variant. Like I'm a cover A guy. I've said that a million times, but I feel like with something like this is the biggest thing that happened in comics in possibly our lifetimes. Like I remember the last big crossover like this is maybe the early 2000s when JLA Avengers was happening, and
I think
to
Batman
not
Turtles
cash in would be stupid.
is pretty big.
What's that?
Batman Turtles is probably the last one that like people like really went crazy over.
Yeah, I don't even think that even compares to how big this is.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, both companies are going to cash in. They're going to have their gimmicks. Marvel's going to do a ton of covers. DC's probably going to do a blind bag. Like, we'll just find out as we go. But either way, just don't go nuts, people, because this is not going to be worth anything in 20 years.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a fun event that we're all a part of. So pick out your favorite cover, take it home, read it, enjoy it.
I'm pretty excited because I mean, there hasn't been a Black Label book that I haven't really checked out. So DC announced a new Black Label comic titled, I don't really care for the title because it's Batman / Green Arrow / The Question, Arcadia. Just say, like, I don't know, call it something else. But Gabriel Hardman's doing the art and writing it. The series is going to follow the 3 heroes go up against a billionaire who's trying to create a floating utopian city. And the city has found out that there's a near slavery work conditions and a militant climate justice activist gaining power. Yeah, I mean, I love The Question. I like Batman and Green Arrow teaming up, so I'll probably check it out just to see what it's all about. Why not? It's a Black Label book.
Yeah, and I think Black Label's had a decent track record so far, and
Yeah.
it feels like they're ramping back up this year. I mean,
which is cool. Getting like non-major characters like Question and Green Arrow in one is cool to see.
just getting Question anything, like please.
Yeah,
do
more Question. Yeah, more Question.
Yeah, but yeah, I think this is really dope, and I'm down for it. I am not familiar with
Gabriel Hardman.
Yeah, his work too much.
Me either, but I'm going to take a shot at it for sure.
I should actually look him up. But yeah, it looks cool, and it's got 3 characters I really like. So
yeah. During last week's San Diego Comic-Con, Image Comics and Skybound Entertainment announced the comic series Capes from Robert Kirkman and Mark Engler is returning. The original series was re-released with remastered expanded editions of the first 6 issues, and then starting in 2026, new stories with the characters will be published with co-writer Benito Carreno. That's awesome because Bolt, Kid Thor, Knockout, Captain Cosmic, Clairvoyant, Big Brain, Commander Capitalism. Welcome to Capes Incorporated, employers of your favorite superheroes to protect New York City, and at least when they're on the clock, from threats like Machine Head, Titan, and now are on the crosshairs of an enemy they never expected. Yeah, so Capes is back. Probably going to pick this up because it's Kirkman, and we can get a full collected series of it now. I think why not?
It's Invincible related.
yeah, that's true. Invincible, more Invincible related stuff. Yeah, right.
Isn't it cool to see what Kirkman does when he doesn't have Walking Dead meetings to attend?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. So.
Yeah, it also I've said this about some of Mark Waid's stuff that's been out to DC. It feels like he wanted to go back to this. He had an idea, but he doesn't have time for it. So he's like, here's my idea. Benito, you write it.
Right.
But I'm fine with that because I'm pretty sure I have the first 6 issues of Capes.
Yeah, I don't think I do.
But I will probably rebuy them just so I can go back through it in a normal schedule again and continue
catch
on.
Up. Yeah.
Because I remember enjoying Capes a lot, and those characters, they're all like B-list characters inside of the Invincible universe that came together to do something really fun.
Kid Thor is A-list. I don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah, Kirkman back doing a bunch of comics. Like, fuck yeah, I'm here for
Let's go. Yeah. More stuff. Udon Press announced in the back of their
biggest news of the week,
latest Mega Man comic, Mega Man X Timelines #1, that they'll be publishing an ongoing Mega Man X series starting this fall. The creative team will be the same as the Timelines issue writer Daniel Arsenault with artist Hanzo Steinbeck. So we're getting an ongoing series. That's pretty huge. Because you're reading this, right? The Timelines book.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in a little bit, but they've done so much Mega Man stuff over the years, and I love it all. They don't do X that often, and when they do, it has to cross over with the regular Mega Man stuff. And X is such a more mature and interesting storyline to go through that I can't believe it took them this long. Udon's doing a great job with the Mega Man stuff, trying to bring it back, do some interesting stuff. They're the ones that are publishing the manga series that they're putting out.
Mm-hmm.
They're re-releasing all the old Archie stuff in new collections. They're doing this Timelines book, which makes me think that they're going to do more and more Mega Man comics, which I am here for 100%. I'll drop fucking books left and right to get more Mega Man books. So, yeah, I'm excited for this. Just a little bit.
Hey, Mike, that was the longest-winded things of shit I didn't care about my entire life right there. That's so interesting.
Hey, those Mega Man fans really like Mega Man.
Just because we got Mega Man cultured swine fans, on this show.
There are stores that say that their Sonic orders are as high as their Spider-Man and Superman. 100%.
Yeah, Sonic and Mega Man for sure.
Sonic is huge, yeah. And the Mega Man stuff when it was happening at Archie was really big too.
Yeah,
because Ian Flynn was writing it, and then they did crossovers with Sonic. It was gigantic.
When they did the crossovers, I know people that buy the Mega Man comics don't even read them just for the covers with Mega Man. All right, guys. Now I guess we'll jump into what we read. Just catching up from the last few weeks. I guess neither of you are reading New Gods, so I'll talk about New Gods.
What issue, Mike?
New Gods #8. So that's the latest. So, everybody's fighting over this new god, this child that's been born that has new god powers. Basically, Highfather's depressed and gives up his power after they crash into Earth. And So Max Lord has found some black hole in space that he thinks is tied to Darkseid. So if he gets a hold of this new god baby that was born and brings it to this black hole, he thinks like Darkseid will be reborn in the universe or something. So it's a crazy story. I just like the interactions between New Gods and like the Justice League Unlimited stuff. So I'm like there for that. Batman Superman World's Finest number 41. This is a Bizarro story, and Mark Waid knows how to handle a Bizarro story, but the Bizarros are being infected on Bizarro World, so they're turning back to their they're not talking like Bizarro people, so they say we're infected, but on the Bizarro World, when people are infected, it's turning them normal. So it's kind of hilarious that there's like an infection because everything's backwards, right? So the infection is making them better, and they're all worried about it. It was really cool. So like the people behind it are the main Bizarro Batman and Bizarro Superman. And there was they had a Bat Zarro instead of Bizarro. So the Batman version was really cool. So they beat them. And man, Mark Waid, this is like one of the best Batman Superman runs. We're at issue 41 and every issue is just so much fun. I caught up on Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe number 1. Awesome first issue. I think Mole Man awakening Godzilla and a Celestial at the same time was like the best shit ever. Oh, there's Celestial. Oh, Godzilla's pissed. And so the Celestial getting his head ripped off by Godzilla was amazing. And then basically the Fantastic Four gets sent to the negative zone after the Baxter building gets destroyed. But then there's this awesome scene where Cap takes his shield and deflects the Godzilla radiation breath, which is definitely like conversations that have gone down in the comic book shop about vibranium and how if it can beat radiation breath. So more heroes show up, and then like Deadpool, Heroes for Hire, and the Spider Family at the end. It's a lot of fun. I'm eating good with Godzilla this year, guys. It's crazy.
Deadpool actually has a good joke.
Yeah, that was fun.
That's the story of the entire issue right there.
Man, I'm reading a lot of DC stuff here, guys. Absolute Batman number 10. It was what an issue. Are you reading that, Travis?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Dude, the issue where you get all the little nuggets of like, oh, this is Poison Ivy, and she's like a whole forest, and like just shit like that. This book is insane. Yeah.
That issue was like where they go, like everything. Like I liked it, but like we're not going too far off the rails. We're not going too off the rails, and this was like, oh, we're going off the rails. We're just you felt like it was calm, like you thought that this was the Bane that you knew. This is not.
No. Yeah, that it's insane, and to send like to break Batman, and then send him out riding an alligator, riding Killer Croc, and that like image of Killer Croc was absolutely insane. That was such a good issue. Absolute Flash. I'm reading all the Absolute books, Travis. So we find out there's this dude who's like melting lava, and we find out it's Mick Rory, who's Heatwave in the Flash universe. We see that the Thawne in this universe is like a researcher. She's a scientist. She's behind creating all these rogues, and she works for the government, giving them powers. So Wally ends up helping Heatwave like settle himself and fixes his powers. But then Wally's dad, who's in the government, finds out that she's been hiding like Martians and doing testing on him. And it almost looks like white Martians or some sort of being that she's really cool to see a glimpse into this new Thawne, who will probably be Reverse Flash, we think. So we'll find out. But
I like it, but this issue like kind of cemented me into like I feel like Absolute Flash really kind of feels like a new 52 Flash.
It does,
because it's not quite different enough where like the Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman are like very drastically different. However, this story could have been New 52 Flash, and it would have been fine. And again,
you're right.
Not that it's bad. It's just that it's losing its luster versus the first two issues. I was like, oh, what's going on? All right, this is going to be very different.
Yeah, right.
And then you're like, oh, maybe it's not.
It's just a retelling of the characters with the same powers. Yeah, I get that.
See, I was never going to read a Flash book, but I had heard that from people, and my first thought was the thing about Absolute is that it needs to be different.
Yeah.
Like, don't do what original Marvel Ultimates did and just retell old stories. Yeah. Give me a different version of this character. I'm not reading it, so I can't judge whether it's actually happening or not.
I mean, I don't read any Flash really, so like for me, it's just like this is fine. Like I have a Flash book every.
For me, like you got to go way different because just running fast doesn't do much for me.
Yeah. Redcoat number 13, that was really good. We get the meeting up with the Northerner, and they kind of set up the finale of this, where he gets sent back through the time portal after they get rid of the villain, the Cobbler, and then we see Simon join the Union and start fighting. But like the tail end of that book is like the Northerner ends up in the Geiger universe. So to be continued. Everybody's meeting up.
Yeah, the only thing that was weird about that particular book is I listened to all these interviews about how like Redcoat is not redeemable. He's always going to be an asshole. That's what's going to make this book special.
And then he becomes a good
he's
guy.
Not an asshole.
Right. He ends up being a good guy at the end.
Right. So what is happening?
Yeah, I was surprised by that. Battle Beast number 3. Battle Beast, without any surprise, destroys that huge fleet of like galactic police officers trying to arrest him. And then they want to send him to his alien friend's homeworld to fight the Juggernaut. And basically the ship crashes, and now they have to fight their way through. I mean, every issue is just bring Battle Beast to a new setting, have him kill a bunch of things, repeat, and it's been great.
I love this book to death, but I feel like the script's like 3 pages long.
Oh yeah,
and it's literally like this happens, and then just make Battle Beast fight 10 pages.
Yeah,
and then this happens, and I'll just write dialogue later after you draw it.
Yeah, draw it, and then we'll just.
Yeah, I was so stoked about this because I was one of those guys who got the blind bag with the number 2 in it. So I had.
Oh wow!
I hadn't. I missed a month. Like I didn't get new exciting Battle Beast last month. I had already read it, so
damn,
I was so stoked to have it back and be ready.
I got the Spider-Man crossover in mine.
That's what I wanted, but I got the issue 2, which is not bad.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's what I wanted too, but I get no blind bags.
No.
I got 2 blind bags. My second one was cover A. That was awesome. I really like that.
Wow, that's upsetting. New History of the DC Universe number 2, another banger of an issue. We get, I think this issue kind of covers all the heroes up until Crisis, and we really follow like the Justice League, the heroes and the villains of that time, setting up into getting to the Crisis on Infinite Earths. This is such an interesting read. I mean, there's so much there that Mark Waid's doing it. He's just laying it all out for everybody. This is the path, and what a great time to do it as the Superman movie has come out and more people are like getting excited about this stuff again. So
I am trade waiting for that just because I want it as a big book. Just because I know same. I'm only going to read it once, and I kind of want it. I know I'm going to want it on my shelf because Mark Waid's writing it.
Yeah, right.
The only thing that's concerning me, I heard there's no Wildstorm. Like they cut it. They're cutting it out.
Yeah, and also no Wildstorm, and I heard they canned the movie. The Authority movie has been put on hold and stuff. So
yeah. Oh but there was Authority characters in Superman, wasn't there?
Yeah, just the engineer.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
But they haven't got to the 90s yet, so maybe they'll add it in the 90s, I guess.
I think they're going to be a post-Crisis add-on.
Okay.
Yeah. But I did like some of the moving shit around so that Cyborg could still be a part of the original Justice League, but also be an important part of Teen Titans.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's. I said with the last issue, I think it's one of the most boring comics on the shelves that fascinates me because it's literally like this happens, then this happens, then this happens, then this happens.
But there's so many.
Were you a fan of the black? Remember they did the black superhero history of DC back in the day, like 3 or 4 years ago.
One.
Yeah, they did it a few years ago.
Because that was like John Ridley wrote it, I believe.
Yeah, but it was really good. It was like the history of black superheroes in the DC universe, and they did a very good job of like putting them together and their impact in the culture of DC Comics was interesting.
Yeah, I'm really loving that series. Absolute Wonder Woman number 10. More
trip Wonder Woman.
Hell yeah. Yeah, she's like high as fuck at the end of the issue. She befriends the Minotaur and the Siren. The Minotaur gets injured and captured. The Siren gets out of the labyrinth, and then she has to fight her way back. But she gets thrown into a pit with some big monster, and the reveal hasn't happened for the big monster yet. So, This book is just so good. I think it's my favorite Absolute book still. It's really good.
I think I need to go back. I wasn't a fan of the take. I read the first 2 issues, and I wasn't a fan of the take. But everyone keeps saying it gets better. It gets better. It's more of the stuff, you know.
Yeah, once you get past, I think the first story was good. Once you get past that, it builds from there.
Yeah.
I'm personally still on the Batman side, but
Yeah,
it's definitely like
it's like back and forth. Like last Batman issue was so good, then like the Wonder Woman issue before that was so good. It's like it's hard to pick one.
Yeah,
I really like Superman too. I know it didn't. But
yeah,
I think Superman.
Yeah, they're all like it's not like 1, 2, 3. It's like 1A, 1B, 1C.
And then I'll talk about Martian Manhunter, which is now after issue 5 is getting up there as like one of the top ones. This is a crazy story. So like the city is still in darkness. Martian Manhunter gets hit by some crazy. So we're in like a purge event happening in the city of like he's an FBI agent and people are going crazy. They're like worshiping. There's a lot of references in this issue to like new gods and a lot of like old school like Justice League and New God events are referenced in this. He gets hit by this ambulance of this like crazy deranged guy that's like going around and harvesting organs or some shit, and he gets knocked out and he's dreaming, and like the Martian Manhunter that is in his head is trying to like snap up out of it, and we see visions. Like there's a lot of references to some dark side shit, and then we get this amazing full page of like dark side and like planets and like cosmos around him. So like I don't know if it's like a vision of like he's coming because like, you know, darkness has shrouded the planet or at least their city. And then we find out his wife is home alone during the blackout and like somebody's approaching her house to attack the home and like rob it. So it's a really good book. It's trippy, but the stuff they're doing and like tying in Darkseid, it's pretty awesome. It definitely would read better as a trade. I highly recommend it as a trade. Space Ghost Annual, #1, end of season 1, I guess. What a ride. It wraps up the big plan for like brainwashing everybody. They defeat Ultima and all the villains are in jail. The team goes back to having like a normal life, and then they get a visit from their so-called grandpa while there's a time master watching all of them and saying that they ruined the timeline. So next series will be like a time thing.
So I talked to David before he officially got the contract for season 2.
Oh, cool.
And I remember him talking about this particular issue being like, he's like, I really would like the green light for season 2, but he's like, it's really cool to be able to write something that I feel is kind of the ending. Like I may not be writing this again, and like being able to do this annual and doing that. And I think though, like obviously the stress level of not being signed for #2, but be able to do something that like, this is my sign off on it and then get more. We've seen that in comics. And I think every time we've ever seen it, we've always been rewarded where like someone didn't know it was coming back. And then, all right, we're going to give you a few more issues. So they sign off and you get this great end to an arc, great end to the stuff, and then get to move on.
Yeah, it was a really solid end point, I think.
It's phenomenal. And he sets it up perfectly where if you are jumping on, and they're just naming it Space Ghost #1 again. So if you didn't read all this, I feel like it's not going to hinder you too much to jump on season 2. Although you should read the first year because it's
amazing.
Hands down David's best work.
Speaking of David, Captain Planet #2. I'm reading a Captain Planet book, guys. It's kind of wild. I did like this issue a lot better than the first one. All the ring bearers end up in New York City, like they're kind of guided there. They start fighting off the bad guys, and lo and behold, they have to combine to bring in Captain Planet. But we get an individual character and like how they all got there and interact. And I do like all the characters individually. So he's done a really good job like creating those characters and, you know, their own voices and personalities. So
here is my beef with that. And again, I love you, David. You have my personal phone number. It took me the second issue to realize it was a relaunch and that the characters were like, I thought they were just coming back together. And I was like, oh, they've never met before. They don't speak the same language. I was not aware of that. Like, I did not get that in the first issue. I thought it was just like, oh, they hadn't seen each other in a while. Like, you know?
Oh, okay. No, yeah. I think they're all new avatars completely, right?
Yeah.
What do you think? Did you read it, Chris?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you're reading.
I'm behind on stuff, and no offense, but Captain Planet does not fall on my list of priorities.
That's all right. Superman
But are you
28.
going to read? Hold on. What
Yeah.
motherfucker are you going to read Speed Racer?
When I get caught up on stuff, it'll enter into my list of priorities.
Yeah, Speed Racer's on my list. I haven't read it yet.
I got both of them on the tablet, but I'm sorry, dude. I love David, but those
Captain
are two
Planet,
IPs I don't care about.
I love you, David, but I'm not reading Speed Racer. There's nobody who could write that book except for Jonathan Hickman to make me read that.
I'll read it for us, guys. I'll read it for us. If it's like Fast and the Furious, I'm so down. But it's not going to be like Fast and the Furious. Or like Tokyo Drift, or not Tokyo Drift, Initial D. If they do like an Initial D book with it, hell yeah. Superman 28, I have one issue. So this is my Superman book where we get the Legionnaires. We get the Omega League is from the future. They're Legionnaires from the future. Superman gets help escaping from them, their clutches, from the Time Trapper. He has a pocket universe, and then he's like, we got to go find somebody to help us fight these Omega Omega League. And he's like, I got this pocket universe I've been saving, and we just happens to be Superboy Prime is hanging out there, which is wild. So crazy reveal. I can't wait for the next issue to see how this is going to unfold. But yeah, that's one way to write him in. He's just been chilling in a pocket universe.
Yeah, I love it. They're obviously, I just caught up on all the We Are Yesterday stuff, so they're obviously setting up a crisis. It's DC. What do you expect?
Right.
And bringing Superboy Prime in was just like, oh yeah, they're really setting up a crisis.
Yeah, when he shows up, it's never good.
And I feel like,
but I heard it's a redemption arc for Superman Prime from the last one, right? They're trying to give him a little bit of redemption.
Yeah, they're trying to bring him like a reason for him to be around, kind of thing. Yeah.
I also think this is their way of resetting the Legion again and relaunching it down the line, which leads to my thought of like, if Hickman was to jump ship, now is the time.
Yeah, because we're getting the future of them is this Omega League, right? So
yeah, and that's obviously going to be erased, and they're going to with what happened in We Are Yesterday and what's happening with time in DC right now.
Yeah, it's going to
obviously the future is not a thing.
Yeah, right.
Currently.
Yep.
So.
Well, I mean, but that ties all the way to Doomsday Clock, right? That was kind of the thing, that time is not right in the DC universe for a bit.
Yeah, but they literally broke it now. Like, it's literally fractured.
Yeah, we have like Batman Beyond coming into the JLU and stuff, which is cool.
Like, I guess I'll just jump in. I know you got more, Mike, but I'll jump in because I did read Justice League Dark Tomorrow special. Did you read that one?
No, I haven't read that this week.
So this is all those characters from different time frames, like Jonah Hex and Batman Beyond and everything, going on their mission to figure out what's going on, because the Omega League is trying to kill all the time travelers. Okay. And they have a character in here, Gold Beetle, who is literally phasing in and out of existence because of what's going on with time. And they get caught where basically the Omega League has created barriers in time where you can't move in and out anymore. So there is no, like, there's a past, but you can't go back properly because of how it's fractured, but there is no future to go to. So they can't get Batman Beyond and all these other characters in. My only complaint about this one shot is that they basically took all those characters off the board and said they're stuck in this little like space and time.
Yeah, right.
And they're like, we're gonna move forward without them. I was like, oh, so you brought Batman Beyond in, and
to do nothing,
the best DC character in my favorite DC character.
Yeah.
And then we just throw them to the side.
Yeah, I thought they were going to get their own book, like, with everything, but I guess not.
I thought so, too, because they were building up a team here. Yeah. And it was an interesting team. I mean, they had Jonah Hex and Batman Beyond on the same team.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So,
I'm just shocked that you guys are reading, they both said that you guys are reading Justice League Unlimited. That was just an ad for every other book in the DC book, so I had to stop. I gave it like 5 issues.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
Read these 4 crossovers. Shut up, Mark Waid. I'm not going to read them.
I'm already reading them all, so it doesn't matter to me.
But they're crossing over books I already read, so I don't.
Yeah.
I haven't had to buy an extra book since he has done all that.
Okay, fair enough.
Justice League Unlimited #9, we get the whole description. It takes place like before your issue, Chris, of like the heroes being displaced. Yes. We get to see what Grodd did. Then we see Grodd go with Time Trapper and the World Forger to like help them out. So we'll see what happens there, and then we get to see the heroes that are being displaced.
Yeah, and this is literally all those displaced heroes, their story alongside that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Godzilla #1 by Seeley and Nicole. This is message on the art. I really like the issue. I would say it's very similar to Kaiju number 8. Like he's writing Kaiju number 8 is what it feels like, which is fine. These are a defense force of people that have powers from the energy that Godzilla uses, so like Kaiju energy, and they have a new recruit who's like almost as strong as Godzilla that can fight him. But there's some weird like blight poisoning happening with Kaiju right now, so really interesting story. I think this is a cool approach for an ongoing with Godzilla. This is what you got to do. Make a main character and make the main character be able to go to toe with Godzilla, right? While still focusing on the Kaiju. So I'm excited for it. It's a less of a Western approach, more of a manga approach in Western comics, and I'm here for it. So, Godzilla versus Boston, my other Godzilla book. Like you said, there was the 1800s.
Boston. You said it wrong.
Yeah.
Godzilla
Boston.
goes to Boston.
Godzilla goes to Fenway Park.
Harvard Yard.
So I think my favorite story out of that was just Godzilla fighting the giant lobster. I think that one was pretty great. All the other ones are alright. The one in the 1800s where the city is just randomly fighting back against Godzilla was kind of weird, but nonetheless, it's fun. More Godzilla's tearing up cities. I forget what city they're doing next. It's like
Kansas City.
Kansas City, that's right. Yeah. Huck, Big Bad World number 3. They're still saving superheroes, going a montage of saving superheroes, and they finally run into the girl that they're looking for by the end of the issue. Huck is really good. There's a lot of people that don't understand their powers, so they're trying to help them out. Then the last book I got to this week, Lucky Devils number 4. This book's insane.
Yeah.
Having the humans find out about each other was fun, and like having that like ethical conversation, like is it wrong if we don't do too bad stuff, like and then that bounty hunter losing their whole family. It's like I don't really want to chase after them, and then they lose their whole family, and now they're like, okay, now they're gonna swear to kill everybody. So what a fun book. It's really good.
That'll be one of my favorite creative teams in comics.
Yeah, for sure. But that's it for me, guys.
Geiger number 16.
Yes.
Geiger and Professor Molotov are mad at each other, and Geiger's like, fix this robot for me, and Dr. Molotov's like, I don't fix robots. And so Geiger gets mad.
I only make nuclear bombs. I can't fix robots.
So Geiger gets mad, and they all leave together.
Yep.
And no
Basically
Northerners,
what
so
happened.
red coat doesn't mean a goddamn thing. It's all lie.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it's all
Fill in artist alert, everybody, when you read this. So, but yeah, it was a decent issue. It was just, hey, these things happen, and then we got to get
Gary
moving.
Frank. Yeah,
no Gary Frank.
You notice when it's not Gary Frank.
It's a monthly book. You're not getting Gary Frank all the time.
It's the first not written from the perspective of Geiger, too, which was weird.
Mike, Batman, 161. That's right, Hush, too.
I'm waiting for Hush to be over before I pick up Batman again, which is crazy.
This is a low bar, but this is definitely the best issue. So basically, Batman and Robin and Hush are fighting, and Robin breaks Bane out of Arkham and says, help me because you owe me one. So he does, and then Hush gets away. The best part of the whole thing was Batman just walks up to Bane and bitch slaps him because he killed Alfred, and then goes, get him back to Arkham or I will. And then he leaves, and then it turns into a Batgirl issue where Batgirl goes to visit Gordon and figures out that basically Batman saved Joker's life. So now she's all pissed off, and becomes a fight between those two. And that's basically it.
But the best part of that is it feels like Jeff Loeb had read message columns about like why people were mad about the Bane thing and had to make amends, and this was his amends.
So it's still not a great story, but it's definitely the best issue. Travis's favorite book.
I got to give a thing. So I try to defend Batman Hush. I was like, we haven't seen Jeff Loeb in a while. I know he's formulaic. I know his stories all have the same format, and if you've read one, you've kind of read them all. And he proved that I was an idiot. That you still can tell the whole thing, how it's going to end before you read the first issue.
Also, either Jim Lee's losing a step or he had help on this issue, and it's not credited. Because there's parts where I'm like, this is not Jim Lee. Travis's favorite book, Superman Unlimited, number 3. This is a Crypto issue, Mike.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, yeah, basically Crypto ends up fighting the new Toy Man. who is a toy that the toy man created and made sentient.
Oh my god.
And is helping out that country that now has all the kryptonite and is trying to make kryptonite into an energy source.
That's amazing.
But you get to see Crypto for the entire thing, so it's fun.
That's awesome.
Ultimate Spider-Man number 19.
Is this the end? Is this the end of Ultimate Spider-Man?
No, you have 5 more issues. We get Venom finally. There's literally a scene where Spider-Man's kid is having the Venom suit, and Venom's like, "Hey, do you want me to get you out of here?" And he goes, "Yes." He goes, "Then close your eyes." And he goes full fucking Venom, and then just starts taking out a bunch of villains in the area.
And the Venom was cool. Like it looked like regular Venom, but the art style and there's something about it that just made it cool.
Yeah, and he's holding up like Kingpin and like big Spider-Man villains and just taking them down. And then he goes back home and Peter's mad at him for breaking curfew or something. And then it turns into a relationship comic where Peter and Mary Jane are talking about how we can't have secrets from each other anymore, and I shouldn't have to ask you about what's going on, or else you need to stop being Spider-Man. And that sounds dumb, but it just keeps working. I don't know what it is, but I love this.
I
I'm
think
mad
it
it's gone.
really
5 issues.
addresses people's concern of like Mary Jane's being way too cool. She's been way too cool. Like this is when like, no, I've never been way too cool. Like I'm just trying to let you go through your shit, and we're done now. You need to grow up.
Yeah.
And anybody who's been married or in a long relationship, you've had that moment where they're like, "No, we're done now." Like,
Yep.
The Ultimates, number 14. Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch enter the fray. We find out that the Ultimates are terrorists. Like, they're just going after important infrastructure because people they don't like own it, which I get, but also, hey, bro. People need gas for their car. So all these big company heads who we find out own like 30% of the world want to get rid of the Ultimates. So they hire Emma Frost, who we find out is the head of a school for mutants.
Interesting.
And she sends Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver to take out Captain America and Hawkeye. Of course, Hawkeye and Captain America win. But now they have these 2 kids who are knocked out and just all mangled from the fight that they have to figure out what to do with. Continues to be good. I thought the whole let's attack important infrastructure across the country thing was weird, but it's still a good book.
but it was an
that one,
interesting,
Travis?
like I remember reading it and being like, wait, these are the 6 people who own everything in the Marvel Universe? What is happening? Like, and then going to the cover, oh, I'm reading the Ultimates. Okay, that makes sense. Like, what is happening?
Oh, this is Ultimates. Now I understand.
Okay.
Oh, and then all but one of them is killed, which was interesting too.
Yeah. And it felt like Hickman, like, because Hickman used that character before in some of his runs. So
Enter the Travis Gibb Power Hour with DC Cross Sonic the Hedgehog number 5.
Hell yeah.
They fight Darkseid and it's all over.
Oh.
But it's not over because the rift between the 2 worlds still exists, and it ends with Dr. Eggman and Lex Luthor, who's fat in this version, which was a choice.
That's awesome.
Coming together and deciding that they need to take out both the teams together. So there's going
something
to be
funny.
a volume 2, or at least they're setting up.
There's something funny about a fat Lex Luthor hating Superman that makes it even more better.
I think it was like you're putting Eggman next to Luthor, so like let's make him fat. But it was jarring in the moment where I'm like, what? Like, no, Luthor wouldn't be fat.
It just does make it comical.
he always looked a little chubby when Alex Ross used to paint him. Remember when Alex Ross looked like Luthor? He was a little chubby there.
Yeah, he had a little extra.
Yeah, but this was like not quite Kingpin.
Okay.
But like Kingpin-esque.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's a really fun 5-issue series.
You're not going to be able to go fast if you're that big. And you're fighting Sonic, you're screwed.
Yeah.
There's a great moment where they're in their separate universes, and Sonic's just like, I just want to race the Flash again. And I was like, yeah, you do, Sonic. Yeah, you do. Mega Man X Timelines, number 1.
There it is.
So this tells like basically the intro story where Mega Man X comes out. He's friends with Zero. Captain Sigma comes out and takes a bunch of the Mavericks, and they have to go fight Chill Penguin, the most badass of the Mega Man villains.
Of course.
And they have a whole fight, and that's when Mega Man realizes that if he finds these things throughout the world that Dr. Light left for him, he'll get like the full access to his abilities. And then that's when they say we'll be continued in the ongoing series. So this was really a setup for an ongoing series, what it was. Wow. Interesting, because the last issue that was regular Mega Man was a to be continued throughout timelines, and I didn't see the connection here. So we'll see if there's a bigger connection.
They got way more pre-orders than they thought, and they said, let's make it ongoing.
Yeah. Damn right they did.
Hell yeah.
Spider-Man versus Sinister 16.
So good.
Okay.
You didn't like it?
I loved it. It's literally...
It's so good.
Peter and Mary Jane get into a really fancy restaurant, and then we find out that the guy who runs the restaurant is like in debt or something. So he has this whole scheme to invite a bunch of heroes and villains to the restaurant so that they'll fight and destroy it, and he can commit tax or insurance fraud.
Amazing.
So it's literally just they're sitting there and just different events happening as like Eddie Brock walks in, and Thor and She-Hulk walk in on a date, and then
that's so funny.
You see the leader and everything. It's funny. It's good. These one-shots, I think they're coming out as a collection in one book.
Oh, it's a one-shot? I'm going to read them, because that's all.
Yeah, it's going to be collected here soon, all of them together.
Read at least that one and Rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are definitely the two best ones, but I think all of them have been really good. But these two, yeah, this one and Rocket were the best ones. Star Wars Dr. Aphra Chaos Agent #2. All I'll tell you here, Mike, is it's going to be Dr. Aphra team up.
Hell yeah.
This issue, she teams up with Luke.
Yep.
They go find something. They both have their own ways. They come together to find it. They come back.
That's all right.
At the end of the issue, Luke's like, I have to go off and do like New Republic shit. So here's your new teammate for your next mission, and it's Han Solo. That just tells me that it's going to be team up of the week.
And then Han Solo's going to be like, here's R2-D2 for your next mission.
I'm just waiting for Wicket to show up. Like,
yeah, then R2-D2 is going to pass her off to C-3PO.
Yeah, it's fun.
Like it's getting shorter. Like we're trying to be the shortest possible.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yep.
It's fun, but past Dr. Aphra books have been better because it's really focusing on her and her struggles through what she's doing. Where this is more like she works for a corporation here, team up with people to find us things.
Mm-hmm.
I think the lack of new Star Wars movies makes the content rough on Star Wars. It tends to affect it, because they care less about it. Does that make sense?
Right.
They care about it more when there's new Star Wars movies and stuff coming.
It's also entering a time frame that's interesting, but you have to build because there's this huge gap. It's not like between two movies where you only have a few years and certain things have to happen to get us to a point. This is literally between 6 and 7.
Right.
So you have literally a lifetime in between. So West Coast Avengers #9, also known as how many robot Hitlers can we get in one book? So Giant Black Ultron takes out religious fanatic Ultron, and then the West Coast Avengers come to fight him. And good Ultron helps the Avengers finish the fight. But is it really finished? No.
He makes it sound way more political than it really is, but that is what happened.
But it is how it happened.
Right. He's not wrong, but he's kind of wrong.
I like the characters we have here. I love that there's like 100 fucking Ultrons. I don't care. It's stupid and goofy, and I love it. And I like that we're getting... It's also this idea of bringing people who are villains in the Marvel Universe and giving them a second chance as an Avenger, as a West Coast Avenger, to kind of rehabilitate themselves. And it's working. In the case of Blue Thunder, it seems a little bit, or Blue Lightning. So I'm enjoying that character growth, and I hope that they bring in more characters like that to do with as it goes on.
My only
and get
issue
away from
is
just 100 Ultrons.
Tony Stark and War Machine seem like they're the stupidest characters who don't know what's going on. And it's just ridiculous because that's not the way you write that book. They're supposed to be the smartest ones. And they're just kind of like, what's happening? And then Wonder Man's punching people again. I thought he was a pacifist. I'm very confused by that. But
oh, yeah. They even mention it in one of the issues. Like, well, I'm a pacifist, but I'll help you anyways. Like, okay.
And then
I'm a pacifist, but I'll start punching.
I mean, to be fair, he punches more robots, which is fine. I guess they're not real people. So
AI doesn't matter.
Evil Hitler robots. So
Yeah. There's no question there.
Space Ghost, Johnny Quest, Space Quest #2.
Oh, yeah. This is your book, dude.
Like I said with the first, this is a sequel to the Johnny Quest book. Like,
Yeah.
if you weren't into that book, you won't be into this one. But it's the whole switcheroo. The kids on both books get switched into each other's universe, and now everybody has to find their way back. Funny scenarios incur. I don't know. I enjoy it, but I don't think I'm going to sell anyone on it unless you're a fan of both these properties or at least Johnny Quest.
Is Space Ghost written like David Pepos' Space Ghost, or
No, it's written more like Hanna-Barbera.
okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not interested.
Uncultured swine.
He likes Mega
New
Man.
Avengers number 2.
New Avengers, all new.
So, yeah, the team comes together, but they go... My question, because, Travis, I believe you're reading this book. When did Hulk become like, or I should say Bruce Banner become like a regular person just hang out in hell?
So Hulk has been weird.
Because they end this book with them going to get Bruce Banner to join the team, and he's literally on a throne in what looks like hell, and they're like, "We need you." I'm like, okay.
No, he's hanging out in like the Man-Thing area, like the in-between kind of stuff. He's been like hanging out with monsters a lot lately because he's a monster. So like he's fighting like the origin of monsters. That's kind of like what Hulk has done. I dropped it recently, but you know I'm far enough along to know what's going on. So yeah, it's weird, and that team isn't even come together because Carnage isn't even there yet because Eddie Brock's in that.
I was gonna say Carnage is last hero or last member, and I feel like that's next issue. But we did get the moment of like, I don't want to be a team, but we need to form a team.
But we got to make a team.
But there's these like weird versions of the Illuminati out there that they have to go find and fight. And that's how they get Namor in. They're like, there's like a freak version of you out there. Like, don't you want to take care of it? And he's like, oh, I guess.
They were.
But
I thought it was super dumb in the first issue, but they grew on me in the second issue. Just
the
because
evil
they
Illuminati.
have this, you know, normally like when you have clones, they don't care about each other, but these ones all cared about each other. Like,
Yeah.
they did a good character interaction of like, you know, Mr. Fantastic, like he's like Mr. Stretchy Man. No, Mr. Stretchy Man, no.
Ultimate Black Panther number 18. To be honest with you, I read this 2 weeks ago and I don't remember what happened.
So in that issue, Vibranium forms a body to try to convince Storm and Black Panther to sleep together because of a prophecy of a child.
Yes, it's the prophecy issue.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes,
So
that's Phil the
Storm
prophecy.
bangs to
I
child
thought
out.
I literally thought you were pulling that out of your ass. That's the
Nope.
actual.
That's what happened.
Yeah, and they bang and then they get into a fight the next day.
What the hell?
You know how we were talking about the Flash being just a New 52?
Yeah.
This is what Black Panther feels like.
Yeah,
This
New
could have
52,
been in regular continuity. It just chose not to be for whatever reason.
What the hell?
Yeah, but that being said, like it's the first time I've enjoyed Black Panther in a while.
Sure.
So
Lindsay Camp's he's great. No, wait, that's Hill. That's Brian Hill. Brian Hill's great. His Blade
yeah,
is
who
great.
did Mike did the Blade run?
Yep,
That we
that
both
Blade
really
Run
liked.
is really
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
Do need more of that.
yeah, we do.
Everybody sit in their seats because I have X-Men
Oh
Age of
god,
Revelation number 0.
wow, this dude's reading X-Men.
Uh,
He's doing it.
I think it's listen. I read Age of Apocalypse, so I know what's going to happen. But I think it's an interesting start for an event. My problem is, it's not a proper event.
Chris, it's Age of Apocalypse literally redone. It's like the
I know.
Force Awakens. It's literally the Force Awakens
Yes.
of the X-Men.
I'm fine with that,
I'm not.
but I'm not going to pick up 14 X books
That's the
to
problem.
read this. Do a 5-issue series.
So
Otherwise, I'm not in.
my comic store guy, who's an X-Men guy, his name's Paul, has a theory that all of this didn't actually happen, unlike Age of Apocalypse. This is a simulation that Doug Ramsey is running of what could happen, which would actually make it better.
If you know, people go back to our interview with the Hive Mind last month, Mike?
Yeah, a few weeks ago.
They had mentioned a book that was going to be coming out in the X universe that was going to be a place for people to jump on. I think that's this book. I think that this is going to end with obviously some of these characters coming over to Marvel, just like Age of Apocalypse happened, but also with a fresh start for X-Men again.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how they handle that is up to them. If they fuck it up again by announcing, 24 different comics?
At
Mike?
least, yeah, one.
then
One too many.
then you have no hope of ever trying to do anything with X-Men in terms of getting new fans in.
Yeah. They got to keep it simple.
But yeah, my problem here is that I would read a 5-issue series of this and then maybe pick up a few side books like I do with any other event that Marvel does. But when your whole thing is here's a Omega and here's an Alpha, and then read like 14 books to figure out the story, I'm out. Doesn't matter.
It's a lot of books.
I have no interest in it, and it's not what made Age of... I think that Marvel doesn't understand what made Age of Apocalypse work. What was cool about Age of Apocalypse is not just the revamp of heroes, but like we had Holocaust, who I don't remember his name now, but we had Holocaust. We had Sugar Man. We had all these new characters as well.
New characters,
we never saw before. We had Dark Beast. There was a lot of really cool things that they did as well. Instead of just going, "Hey, look, Wolverine has one arm," or this one he's like, "Look, Wolverine has a metal face." Isn't that cool? It's metal face Wolverine.
I mean, honestly, I think the difference between this and Age of Apocalypse is that Age of Apocalypse came first, and that you were younger when it came out.
Yeah,
like I think if a kid, if this came out alongside Age of Apocalypse, like I don't see a big difference here. The designs are just as edgy. Like we're gonna get just as many stupid characters coming out of it. I don't know.
My favorite X-Men
I think it'll be fun.
Is Phoenix.
Which is surprising.
I didn't even think I'd like it, but it had Gore the Gore. I would have never read it if it didn't have Gore the Butcher. I was like, why is he here? Like, what is that?
Oh, yeah. What the hell? That's crazy.
Fool Killer number 9.
The reread of Fool Killer.
As we go through. So we're almost done with Fool Killer. Next week I'll have the final issue. Fool Killer quits his job. Is like, I'm going to be Fool Killer all the time.
Full-time Fool Killer.
And so he starts stalking.
That's an ongoing job.
Yeah, it's not a part-time job, dude. Overtime.
He starts stalking this dude who owns like half of New York City, and then finds a character
Kingpin?
from like issue 4. No, a different guy.
Different guy.
Daniel Waite.
Okay.
Or Darren Waite. Finds a guy who was like a pimp in the 4th issue who he tried to kill and failed.
It's Kingpin.
Blows up his car. And then Darren gets all mad, goes on basically their version of Bill O'Reilly, and says, I'm going to give anyone $250,000 to kill this guy. And Fool Killer just goes after him full bore and says, like, if I die doing this, I die. Kills Darren and somehow survives. Which means that next issue, I'm pretty sure he's dead.
He's probably going to die, yeah.
He still has a stupid costume. And it's still a fun book.
Nice.
And then the book I read specifically because you're coming on, Travis.
Okay.
It's been sitting in my read pile for a few weeks now. It's Ultraman. Along Came a Spider-Man.
Nice.
You read that for me? Because I love manga so much?
I know how much you love manga.
Yeah, he's a huge manga fan. Big Spider-Man guy.
Spider-Man ends up in the Ultraman universe.
Oh, I love that.
Along with Doctor Doom, because they're villains.
Why not?
And he ends up joining the what was it, the SSSP force?
Yeah, the space. Yeah,
because he wants to team up with Ultraman. And there's a whole section here where you learn about the different kaiju in the world. It's just like the kaiju biography.
I love it.
And then Doctor Doom has a whole plan alongside some dude. I don't know who he is because I'm not a big Ultraman fan.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, watch me take these fucking mermen kaiju and make them angry with my magic Doctor Doom powers, and Spider-Man saves the day.
Hell yeah.
It's fun.
Awesome. I gotta read that.
But at times you're like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, why is there 2 chapters of, what were they even called? They were like merman people, and there's literally 2 chapters of like, this is the history of the merman people, and I'm like, what?
That's a lot of Ultraman stuff I don't know. There's a whole other universe there of stuff.
And then there's like a little girl who loves the merman people. These fucking dudes.
Huh. I don't know.
Yeah. And there's this little girl who loves them and wants to listen to them sing, and I'm like, I don't understand why I care about you, little girl, but it's decent enough. I don't know if I'll get volume 2.
So Travis is definitely missing out on this installment in the Spider-Man universe.
If you're going to buy a Spider-Man manga, pick up Spider-Man Red. It was way better. That's all I'll say.
I assume that this is Ben Reilly Spider-Man because that doesn't make any sense to me.
Oh, it's Peter Parker. Peter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah, and
Peter
also
Parker
they
wants
commit
Ben
a
Reilly
grave
to, like,
sin,
What do
which
they
is
do?
to spend the first 2 pages of, "Hi, my name is Peter Parker.
No.
I got bitten by a radioactive spider. It gave me superpowers."
I think this book is more for Ultraman fans. The way it's.
I don't care.
Right.
If you're in Japan, you don't know Spider-Man's origin. Just stop.
Yeah.
Stop putting me through it.
Yeah, they had Japanese Spider-Man. That was fine. And I
Yeah, it was fine.
I got manga Spider-Man. Like, it was my first like manga. I have
Damn.
the whole run. It's just bad. Like, I don't. What's
This
wrong
is
with you?
not
people?
Spider-Man. Yeah.
You guys missed a big book. No, neither one of you guys are reading Long Halloween. You guys aren't doing the Tim Sale. Like,
The Long Halloween,
Fuck
Last
no.
Halloween. Yeah, I'm reading it.
I read the original Long Halloween, and that's where we can leave it, Travis.
that's where you're done.
Yeah.
I'm not caught up.
Don't
I'm
need a
behind a
sequel.
couple issues on it. It kind of fell behind some other books I'm reading.
I think it's really good. I think it gets better every issue. Like, I think that's Jeff Loeb's like wheelhouse. And then this artist for this one looks like Tim Sale. Like, it's a
Really?
female artist who I've never heard
Yeah.
of before. Let me see if I can get her name real quick. I've never seen her before. But
She's doing every issue or just this issue?
no, so every issue is a different artist.
Yeah, it's a different
but
person,
Some
right?
of
Yeah.
them, her name is Becky Kluman.
Oh yeah,
Clunan. I don't know her.
yeah. Becky Cloonan. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's been around for a while.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never read anything with her, but she copied
Thanks for
Tim
DC.
Sale's style in this, which was really interesting, and
That's
and
cool.
coloring.
Becky Cloonan was the artist?
Yeah, mhm.
Yeah, she's a writer, right?
I think there's 2 Becky Cloonans.
No, she did the art. Becky Cloonan did the art for Wonder Woman, I think.
Yeah, it's Becky Clunan with David Stewart. With
Okay.
Dave Stewart. So
Dave
I think
Stewart
Dave
art?
Stewart did either coloring or the inking.
Oh, okay. Nice, cool.
But it was really good. Like, I think that those, I think Jeff Loeb mastered the 1 month storytelling that they're using as the Ultimates universe right now, where they're telling a story every month. Because Long
Yeah.
Halloween's told that way, and Batman.
Yep.
It's Long Halloween, and what was the first one called? Dark Victory was the second one. Sorry. Long
Yeah,
Halloween.
Dark Victory. Yep. Cool. I'll have to catch up on it. I'm behind a couple. I was reading it. Yeah.
There was another book that came out, but it's Steve Orlando. I don't want to upset Chris. He's already talked
Yeah,
about
don't
Steve
upset
Orlando
Chris.
today.
I'll get upset.
Don't have it twice.
Yeah. I don't know. He's lost.
Well,
some
you
thought now.
can talk about a crappy book. What was it?
Scarlet Witch and Vision.
Oh.
That came out this week. I didn't read it, so I haven't read still
okay.
on my read racks. I can't tell you what it's about.
Is that all you read this week, Chris?
Dude, I'm zoning. Becky Cloonan,
It's going deep.
yeah, she worked at Vertigo and on Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Again,
DC. Works at DC.
I've never seen her before, and she's a hell of an artist, so good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to see because she's done big stuff, but then like when I look her up, she doesn't say any of the big stuff. It says like books you've never heard of.
She's worked on Wonder Woman and stuff too.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, Mike, that was everything I read this week. Where can people find you on the internet?
Find me at Fortress Ricker on Twitter /X. Where can they find you, Travis Gibb?
You can find me at travis.substack.com. That's probably the best. Travis Gibb, rather. There's probably some other Travis who has just Travis, but Travis Gibb at Substack. Or you can back me on Cthulhu Invades Fairy Tales at CthulhuInvades.com.
And where can they find you and the show, Chris?
You can find me on X and other social media networks at Fortress Chris and also at chriscomicscorner.substack.com. And if you want to follow the show, it's on social media at Fortress Pod or at fortressofcomicnews.com. And if you want to support the show, 5-star reviews on the podcatcher, whether that's Apple iTunes or Spotify or whatever the kids are using these days. And then go over to YouTube and check that whole thing out. Subscribe, comment, like the videos. And you can check more at patreon.com/fortresscomics. Thank you all so much for watching and or listening this week. We'll see y'all here next week.